What's up, guys? It's me, Abby Brooke, none other. And this is I'll wait till a few people get in here and we'll talk. I don't expect a lot of people to come in because this is not a time that I typically go on. I'm going to go get some breakfast because I've spent the past 24 hours. I missed my dialysis today, and I rescheduled it. They didn't have any slots open at my normal clinic, so I asked them to call my nephrologist, and they said, well, he can't do nothing because if we are full, we are full. And I said, well, I'm not exposing myself to the emergency department because I'm not that sick, and I would also be putting myself in the line of fire with COVID-19. So just like the last time I went to the hospital and that creep, rude, evil man, deep in his heart or her heart, whatever he identifies as being from one minute to the next, he is so jealous. I hadn't even been making videos about him. And he got very drunk in a stream, Milton did, and started saying, fuck it, I might as well say it. I told Carrie Bridges, and her boyfriend told her, not to send Abby flowers. Let her die. Now, I don't deserve to keep being told, I want you to die by a disgusting grease ball. Ugh, looks so greasy all the time. His skin, his hair, every ounce of his being. Because he gets on film naked. It's just a fucking E.T. built. He looks like E.T. And in his drunken stupor said, isn't this the body of a Greek god? No, it's the body of a complete and total. Ugh, so you look like a slug. If a slug had arms and legs and could speak, that would be Milton John. Like E.T. Cooper had it. Man, Cooper hit the nail on the head. But I'm not here to talk about this filthy, disgusting person's looks. Because, I loved him. I was in love with him. I still am, but it doesn't matter. I'm done stalking him, as he calls it. I'm done watching his channel. Unsubscribe, about to. I'm done. Totally finished. And I'll tell you guys why. One of the reasons, now that I'm thinking about it, hello street life, sweetheart, is due to the fact that he got so jealous when I was in the intensive care unit. He got so jealous of a friend of mine, the ever so lovely and beautiful Carrie Bridges, sending me flowers, which, by the way, look at this flower, guys. They're still alive. Well, that was a burrito I ate. I need to throw that away. But look, they're still alive. They're beautiful, aren't they? This rose died, but other than that, they're still alive. And I need to talk to you guys because this is important. So if you come in here, don't leave, because this is important. I'm getting a lot of messages. Guess who bought an iMac getting back in the t-shirt? Well, you never sent me mine with the last time you made it, so I'm happy for you. But, when you tell somebody you're going to send them something, street life, and I post my address publicly, and then you never give it or send it to me, it's kind of, it's rude and it's mean. But it's okay, because it's not the first time I've been lied to, and it's just a shirt. So your friendship is more important to me than that, but I'm not going to lie to you if I feel something hurt me. Anyway, sweetheart, I'm glad you're doing well. But Milton John needs to be dealt with because I have done nothing but show the man that I care about him. I've told him that I loved him. I've made videos after him and I fought, which the last time we fought was over him publicly saying in a live stream while he was drunk, he said, fuck it, I might as well say it, that he was jealous of Carrie sending me flowers. Not only was he jealous of something that had absolutely nothing to do with him, but he took the liberty upon himself to privately talk to her and go out of his way to convince her, my friend, and she was his friend at the time, but go out of his way to try to convince her not to send me flowers when I was about dead in the ICU. That has nothing to do with that. And he calls me a demon and tells me I should die. That is sick. This man is a warlock. He is a witch. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ is the only way, truth, and the life. That relationship would have never worked, ever. Even being his friend, I don't think would ever work at this point. Hello, John. Good morning, sweetheart. Mwah. Yes, John of Oof. Okay. I saw a comment you posted to me, darling. Forgot what it said, but I think it was you telling me how to pronunciate your name correctly. I'm sorry, John, if I'm pronouncing oof incorrectly. But good morning. I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that Street Life is as well. I haven't spoken to Street in a while because some rogue mod blocked y'all. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It was disgusting to me, those actions. Anybody that watches Milton John and feels as though those actions are okay needs to speak up. He needs to learn that people are going to have difference of opinion over him. And if you go in there and say something like, you know what, Milton John, that really wasn't your place to tell a mutual friend of y'all's not to send them flowers. That's not your place. If you said something like that, a very respectful way of telling him you disagree, he will block you on sight. That's somebody you shouldn't support. Don't give him money. He's a grown man. He's starting to come on here, and in every single video or stream, he's asking for money. He's becoming like Bergs and Elvis, and he doesn't care about you guys like I do. Have I ever asked any of you for money? And there have been times, guys, where I've been really, like, I didn't know how I was going to get my next meal since I've been talking to you guys, since I've been in the void. But I never, not once, asked you guys or anybody else for money. I starved for like 3 days until I got paid. Because one of my clients was like, yeah, the check should be cleared in your bank and blah, blah, blah. And it didn't. So that was a $2,500 check that I couldn't get until 3 days after I was supposed to. And there was no money in my pocket. So, and I know you haven't. Fourscore! I love you, baby. What's up? I'm so sorry. I love my guys and my girls and my audience. See what I mean when I say I care about you guys? I come on here to talk to you, to befriend you. He pretends he wants to make friends. But the whole reason of this stream is because I had another young lady contact me in a comment telling me, and I was going to send the screenshot to Meltin and say, this is rude, you should try to salvage this friendship, but it'll never work. You guys need to know that in the 10 years I've watched Jan Grandy, which is his real name, since he doxed me first and gave out my full name first, he deserves to be called by his real name. It dawned on me that he's never, ever been able to get along with any housemates in the many a little, housemate situations he's been in as long as he's traveled. He's never been able to get along with anybody. They've always kicked him out. There's an account called Milton John is a queer or something like that. And Milton actually laughed at the name because, he knows that he is, and there's nothing wrong with that. But on this, no, it was named Milton John is gay, I think, or something like that. And if you go to that page, some of you may know of what I speak of. You can see a video of him with his belongings, which was nothing. I mean, all his belongings fit in the back seat of his truck, and he was still driving the same truck. And that was a video. I remember he uploaded that like 10 years ago, and he's still driving that old piece of crap truck. And he gets on to me about my car. Dude, you have no right to talk about my car, okay? When you yourself drive a piece of crap. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The whole video was regarding him cussing out the lady and calling her every name under the sun, and cussing her out, saying, no tenant has ever been able to stay with her very long. Well, how the hell would he know that? He probably saw an ad she put on Craigslist and fucking followed up with it, and that's how he ended up having her as a roommate. But he tried to say no person could get along with this lady. That's why the rent was cheap, and that's why blah, blah, blah. That's why I got to stay, got kicked out. He could never take responsibility for ruining a housemate situation and a friendship. Not particularly with this landlord or whoever he was paying that he lived with, but he's never been able to keep a friend, and he's never been able to take responsibility when he's in the wrong. And he's never able to forgive. This man is a psychopath. Those are, lacking empathy for others. Now, I'm no doctor, and I hate when people try to say or diagnose others, okay? I hate that. You're not a doctor, you're not a psychologist, and you damn sure ain't no big-time psychiatrist. And I'm not claiming to be. This is my opinion about a man who I've known for 10 years, guys, okay? I didn't exactly speak to him a lot for 10 years. I'd leave a comment here or there, but I've watched him for 10 years. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about when I say I can have a well-formed, well-rounded opinion of this man, because I've watched him for many years, okay? It's a legit opinion, all right? So this, I've researched a lot of mental illnesses in a lot of detail, because growing up, I used to want to be a criminal defense attorney until my mother told me, oh, what if you have to defend somebody that you know has murdered someone, or they have a past of it, and or a long rap sheet of like domestic violence or something like that, and let's say he ends up murdering the woman that he ended up marrying or was his girlfriend or whatever, and you have to defend that person. Would you morally feel okay doing that? And I told her no, and she had a great point. So I stopped I stopped pursuing that, and I started pursuing psychiatry, which I used to sit up for hours at night after school, after I did my homework and washed the dishes for my parents and stuff, and, showered and all that. I would stay up for hours. I've always been a night owl, and I was always very tired at school, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting into too much detail. The point is, I've had many, many long hours to study, psychiatry. And what does psychiatrists do? They evaluate people and diagnose them with different mental disorders. It's a mental health profession. So I've definitely researched it a lot. And Milton John I thought he was just schizophrenic at first, okay? Milton is a weirdo, but no beef with him. Last year, thank you very much, no need abs. I'll donate to you. 4 is sweet. He never asked for a dime, but he gets quality content. All right, guys, don't block it, but is this the one? Or is this a fake one? Can somebody check and let me know? One of the trusted, lovely gentlemen in here right now. I got to get something to drink. Somebody let me know, because I want to get back to what I was talking about. Oops. I can't reach the gas pedal. Is it a fake or not, guys? Somebody answer me. But no, I'm not going to be back to you, John. All right, guys, we're reconnected. I always lose service at that light. But, yeah, he would dangle himself in front of me like a lure. And then when I'd try to, when I'd take a bite of that, when I'd bite onto it, he would, instead of reeling me up like a fish, this is a metaphor, guys, obviously, he would throw me back in the water. And even Wog and Dave the Fisherman saw that the 1 or 2 times I was on panel with John. And you guys know it's rare for me to get on panel. I've been on panel, I think, maybe 3 times. And one of them was only for 5 minutes with Linda. Anyway, besides the point, John lacked empathy for me then, He lacked empathy. And he can't put himself in other shoes because he thought I was talking to Anderson the whole time. He's like, well, if you could talk to him, Anderson has been an extremely close friend, or he was, for 10 years. We talked all the time on a daily basis. It was totally, me and John weren't like that. I just watched him as because he was not in our circle, but I just watched him because, he was on YouTube and he was around all the time. So, but he has no ability to put himself in other shoes or say, hey, maybe she does feel bad. So what if she's talking to somebody a little bit more than me because she's known them for years way better than she does me? To him, he looked at it as though, well, if you can talk to Anderson, and he assumed I was talking to him all the damn time, which I wasn't, then you can talk to me. And I was like, well, I am talking to you. And I was, just not as much in his warped mind. Because I was talking to Anderson equally. I was talking, it was all I could do to do that, but I wanted to keep in touch with people I cared about. And besides Anderson, it was my mother and father. That was pretty much it. I have a lot of friends now, but even then I had a lot of friends, but I couldn't talk to them all the time. I told my grandmother, I call her that, but she was one of my adoptive parents, or foster parents. She's like this woman's a millionaire. But I had to even tell her, I had to be like, I don't want you calling my hospital room anymore. I had to tell so many people that. I had to tell Cherry that, which is a friend I had here. I had to tell Carrie. I had to tell so many people. And that was, and I explained to them, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm very sick, and I can't talk with you guys like this all the time. When you call my room and I'm trying to sleep, or I'm throwing up because I just started dialysis and I have a major migraine after each treatment, and I can barely hold my head up, I don't want to be woken up if I finally am able to fall asleep. Because it's bad enough the nurses come in the room all the time. But, yeah, I'll be right back. We'll continue this. Or actually, you know what? I think my stuff froze, so hold on. It will buffer for like a minute. So stay in the chat, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm here. Come back if you can hear me. Come on in. All right. My stuff did froze. It logged me out. StreamYard does that, or Streamlabs does that. I apologize. I have a few comments here to read because the last one I saw was from an account called Milton John Socialist Republic telling me I'll be back. That's where I left off. So I really dang, y'all been talking. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, where did that go? You will be back. Fourscore said hi. Where the fuck is Chad? Dead, missing? No, I don't like Chad and I honestly, if you knew the things he's done to me, you wouldn't talk to him. But I'm not like Milton John either in that way. I won't get mad at you if you do. He's under an account called Anderson Henderson. Dating Bergs. Who knows? Melton returns, miss your Abby. I asked you all if that was his real account or a fake. Oh, but you can't see, can you? Because YouTube took that feature away to go to the channel. from chats, live streams, which is so stupid. I don't know why they did that, but it's probably the real him. This is about time he goes to sleep. But yeah, so anyway, he lacks so much empathy. Like, that's a trait of a psychopath. He does a lot of things. He talks about how he wants the world to burn. He was doing that 10 years ago. He has a video up right now on his channel called Singing to an Amy Lee Song or something of that nature. And he's very good looking. He's very sweet. That's the Milton John I remember and know. Not this jaded, horrible piece of shit that I fell in love with now. But I'm done. I have to totally distance myself. I was talking to my psychiatrist. Psychologists are nowhere nearly as educated as psychiatrists when it comes to mental health, just so you know. Psychiatrists go to school for a lot longer, many, many years longer than a psychologist does. So if you really want mental health help and you have the money, you're going to, go to a psychiatrist. I go to a psychiatrist because what is this guy doing? Look at this guy. Anyway, because I have the money and I felt as though, and I've also been suggested by friends here on YouTube, that I get some treatment, and they don't know that I am, and I've been paying $200 a session. So I finally went back and I talked to, thank you, Street Life Baby. I'm glad you at least responded, so I know that you can hear me. I guess, I don't know where my 4 went. Anyway, I went and I told you guys before, I've tried to get help with this. I've told my doctor, I've told different psychologists and my psychiatrist about this, and most of them say it's just normal, there's nothing wrong with you, it's just an obsession, it's a phase, it'll pass. And I told my psychiatrist, listen, this love for him started to develop because when you're willing to die for someone, when you're willing to, like, if he needed a kidney, I would totally not even hesitate to come over there and see if I'm a match. That's how much I cared about John. And the only thing I did to John, he claims, is that I went to the side, not behind his back, but to the side, and told something personal about him that he told me on the phone, or maybe even in an email, I don't know, who knows. And it upset him. And instead of coming to me like a grown man should, a grown woman, adult should, and saying, Abby, why did you say this? This hurts me. I could have talked that out with him. Instead, he threw the friendship away. A woman that was in love with him, and I don't even want a relationship. I just wanted to be his friend. I just wanted him in my life, because I understood and I respected that he wasn't into me any longer. But at that point, my love developed for him in June, guys. So if it was an obsession or phase, it would have gone. My God, how many months has it been? Last June. Come on. It's been, not last year, 7-8 months now? I don't know. About 7 months, right? I told my psychiatrist this. I said, listen, this has been going on 7 months. I think about this man when I wake up. He's the last thing I think about when I go to sleep. Sometimes I listen to his voice cussing me out. That horrible stream he made about me and Carrie, I actually fall asleep to sometimes because he's talking about me, because I love him. And it's disgusting because look how he treats me. And I told my psychiatrist this. I told him a lot of things. He said, you know what? You need to get away from him. Don't go to his page. Delete your channel if you have to, and it will pass. $200 to talk. What are you talking about, honey? What do you mean $200 to talk? Holy crap. What does that mean, Street? I'm confused. Guys, I got to get something to drink. I took a medication for pain because I've spent the last 24 hours doing nothing but vomiting my guts up and hurling and having a horrible migraine. Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Shit. I didn't mean to unplug my headphones. Usually when you unplug the headphones, you can't hear me. But I plugged them back in. I need to know if you can still hear me. Oh, fuck. Did I mess up this stream? This is important. I'm going to get into the good stuff here in a minute. Okay, baby, thank you. Hold on, Street. I didn't even wear a bra, but that's okay. It's going to show like crazy in a tight sweater with double deep breasts. So I'm going to try to like hold my, oh God, this is embarrassing. I forgot to put a bra on because I didn't think I'd be getting out. The difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist is that a psychiatrist went to med school. Yep, but it takes a lot, and correct, it takes many years to be able to prescribe meds. That should tell you something. I just feel like they're more qualified. I've been to both, and it's my personal opinion. No offense to anyone. God, there's a homeless man over there just talking up, bless his heart. He probably tried to come in here to get warm. Yes, Gustav. Thank you for your. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that. I'm gonna be quiet here because I need to, Hello.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Good to hear.
Unless I go home, if I get off early enough, I would.
When are you hoping to get off?
At home.
Oh,
Then go there. What's that?
I was asking when are you hoping to get off?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm expecting to get out at 8.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. Do you guys do 12-hour shifts here too, or? No, good.
No, but I think I'm on like a 10-hour shift today.
That's a long time.
I noticed that. Or no, it's either this one or Wednesday. I'm 5:30 to 2:30. 5 to 3:30. I don't know, something weird like that.
Well, I personally appreciate you ladies for coming here to work and putting yourself in the line of fire of COVID. God forbid somebody come in here with it.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah,
hard
yet
to.
the people staying at home are getting paid like $1,000 a week to stay home.
Yeah, I work from home. I've done it for a little while now, but oof, you both have a good morning.
Thank you, you too.
All right, guys, so I'm back. Look how beautiful it is. Let's just take a minute to. I know the Satanist worshipers like Milton and the warlocks don't care because if they were up here, you know what they'd do if Melton was up here? He would say, "It's too cold. I hate everybody. Look at all these people. Why can't everybody stay at home?" Let's say somebody went down the road going maybe 5 miles over the speed limit. He'd bitch about that. And instead of looking up at this beautiful morning and thanking our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he pretends he's a believer. Well, I just personally appreciate and thank Jesus Christ for this beautiful day. It is a beautiful day, and I am so lucky and happy to be alive. There's a beautiful statue over there that says CDA when you look up close to it. And then when you turn and look at it from another angle, it says something else or shows a picture of something else. I can't remember. But there's a beautiful bench right there. If you wanted to just, let's say we're staying at that hotel. I should have done that when I stayed at that hotel. It's $1.75 here for gas, for regular. Wonderful price. Absolutely wonderful. You know where I'd love to go? That is a great, well, let's say you were staying over there. You could sit down on that bench. I don't know if you can see it, but that must be new. See, you just sit there and look at the beautiful sky. Well, you could see it if you were that far away. Look how clean this store is and these gas pumps. Everything's so clean and beautiful. And then, this is an eatery. They serve amazing breakfast. They even serve moose. They serve moose burgers. I've never had moose, but moose are prevalent here in Idaho, and especially in Coeur d'Alene. They're beautiful. I don't see them a lot. They'll come out more when it gets warm. Some of them are not afraid. Well, a moose will stomp your ass. They are huge. I've actually seen one up close while I was hiking, and they're huge. But they serve elk and moose and all kinds of different meat over here, but they also serve, and they're pretty expensive, yeah. They also serve a bomb-ass breakfast. I mean, good old home cooking. Nothing like the South, but for the Yankee country, the Yankee food, it's good. That's where I'd go if this. I wish it's time to open society back up. I mean, this quarantine is ridiculous, and I just pray right now for every single family member, anybody that, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and they can't work. And I just pray for those people that they be able to get back to work, Lord, so they can provide for themselves and their family in Jesus' name, amen. But, COVID is over, okay? COVID is over. The brunt of COVID-19 is over. I don't believe that the country needs to be shut down again. It's messing up our economy. It's messing up people's work. They need to provide for their family. Not many people have the privilege of working from home. Very few, especially people my age. A lot of people my age are still working at Taco Bell and shit. And you think they can provide for themselves, especially in expensive cities like this? No. I mean, if they are living on their own, if they're lucky enough to find a place they can afford on such a low salary, they definitely won't be able to now, because those people live paycheck to paycheck. They don't. If you're living in a city like this and you work at a fast food chain or you're a cashier, you cannot provide for yourself anywhere unless you live in a roommate situation. And who the fuck wants to do that? Everybody needs their own space, especially if you work in customer service. These people are putting themselves in the line of fire, If somebody does have COVID, and they may not be showing symptoms yet, or they think if they are, they may have a slight cough because it hasn't gotten bad, and they may think they, have a flu or something, and they hand money to you through the window. Oops, you just caught COVID. Because they don't have time, especially at those drive-thrus, they don't have time to go wash their hands in between or switch gloves every time. But, they don't have time for that. I mean, I doubt they even let them. If they can even find some hand sanitizer, I'd be doing the hand sanitizer in between each customer with the same gloves on. But it's just, it's scary. It's scary. But in my opinion, the brunt of that is over. But yeah, that's a really good place to eat. I think it's the only place around here besides, that's like an hour away. So yeah, that's the only place around here that serves those kind of odd, exotic meats or gamey type meats. And I've never had elk or moose. If any of you, I think they serve deer too. I think I've had deer back down south. It was disgusting. I've heard that moose or elk. I've heard that elk burgers, they're served in the form of a burger. I've heard those type of burgers, they taste real gamey, whatever that means. I don't know what gamey tastes like, because I've only, I eat healthy, lean, make sure I got my change, ground beef. That's the only type of burger I've had. I've had a turkey burger. Those were very good. Very, very good. But yeah, that's a Michael D's is really good. I am out here to try to get some breakfast. I haven't eaten over 24 hours. I'm very hungry. I thank the Lord that I'm able to eat and that I was able to keep my medications down. I took my blood pressure medications and under the Zofran. Oh, thank God I found Zofran. It's a very expensive medication, and I pay out of pocket for my meds. I don't like using insurance because it takes forever, and insurance has certain days that they'll fill certain things, and it just, you got to go by their protocol, and I don't like that. Or if I want something name brand because I feel as though it works better than the fucking generic, and my insurance says, fuck no, you get the generic if you want us to pay for it. It's just annoying. So I'm lucky enough to be able to afford most of my meds by myself out of cash, which is, hell, you come in, if you want something that's not generic, you say, I want the name brand. They say, we have to order it. Fine. Tell me how much it'll be. I'll pay for it up front. Come get it any day I want. If it's not a narcotic, you can pick it up any day you want. And Zofran, if any of you have nausea and you're able to get Zofran, it's a dissolvable tablet under the tongue. It tastes very good, like grape or like it's a very good taste, and it will help knock the nausea out of you. Not when I'm in a full-blown migraine, it doesn't. It just makes me throw up more. But I was on the tail end of a migraine at about 2 a.m. today, and it's now, I think, almost 6 or 7, I don't know. But thank God for that. And I was able to get my blood pressure down, and then I took a quarter of a pain pill. I cut it into a quarter, and then I had Xanax, and I felt so much better because, man, I was hurting all day. Anyway, what are you guys saying? Hello, Gustav. What are you saying, Street, about gaminess? I'm 20. I'm gonna be 28. I'm 27. No, I don't mind answering that at all. Wow, I would have never guessed Idaho. It's a pretty morning. Beautiful, though. Moose are very big. Yeah, right? It is messing up the economy. How do you think it's messing up the economy? I just feel like, are things going to be inflated? Street life for Gustav, anybody listening? There's 14 of you in here, and very few of you are talking. Everybody's welcome to talk, okay? Nobody will get blocked, guys. I'm in a great mood. I'm thankful to Christ. Even if you're a hater, you can talk to me. If you want to make amends or something, I can forgive. I'm not Milton John, who stated many times that once you fuck him over, even one time, he'll never ever forgive again. Now, granted, he's been jaded a lot in his life. He's been rejected a lot, too, by women, which I think is the main reason he is jaded. Also, with his family, and these are all things he's made very, very public. He's made many videos about. He's not nearly as successful as some of his family members that are his age, that have kids and a family and a nice home and a great job, and how he's so much of a loser, which, I love him, so I tried to, tell him, you're not a loser. You can always change things around. And that goes for all of you. You can always change things around in your life. But yeah, one of you guys tell me how you think this is going to impact our economy in terms of when the country is open, are things going to be inflated in price? And because, small businesses and all that, clothing boutiques, they have to close. And that's their main source of income, especially in a place like this. They flourish up here. So do you think that they will have to, inflate their prices in order to get back on their feet and afford the, rent, the space for the business, as well as the inventory, and to keep up and everything? Or what do you think? But I'm going to continue where I left off. He's really fucking jaded, and he's not successful, and he has an attitude of, I want the world to die, to burn and die. And he's talked about that for many years, how he wants his family to, in that song that he's singing on his channel from like 5-6 years ago, maybe even 8 years ago. I don't remember when that was uploaded, but it's like Amy singing some kind of Amy Lee song. He talks about, I want my city to blow up. I want somebody in my life that knows what they want. Well, anybody that's ever come into his life that knows what they want, especially people like me that live it, don't just talk it, he gets jealous of. He is jealous of that. And I think he's partly jealous of me too, because I'm a woman, a good looking one at that. He tried to tell people that I was 300 pounds. And then I watched, the one time I watched Miss Jamie Nicole, and I'm going to get to Miss Jamie Nicole because she is the reason I started this stream up. It was a comment she made that upset me very much at Meltin. But anyway, the one time I watched her, Hazel and I were still friends, and she told me, man, you got to look at this timestamp. And it was when I did a video of myself getting ready, I had just gotten up, so my eyes were really puffy. But I still looked pretty, and I had a beanie on, and I had done my little less eye makeup than I normally wear, but I wanted you to see my eyes. They're beautiful. So I showed my eyes, and he had, for some reason, nobody was talking about me at all. And Milton John just randomly mentioned me when he was up on panel with Jamie and the Juggalos. He said, did you, something about how I'm something very derogatory and rude, he said about me. And I think that Music Biz Marty man is his name, Jamie's man. He's interrupted John, and he was like, man, from the way you described her, she's like 300 pounds, but she's a lot smaller than that. I mean, just sickening shit like that. Have I ever said, oh yeah, Melton looks like he's freaking Skeletor? No, but yeah, his body's disgusting. But I didn't find it disgusting because I love him. But now I'm starting to find him hideous and disgusting. His nose, his greaseball look, and the way he has talked about me so much when I was worshiping the ground he walked on, when he was being so fucking rude and talking about my appearance and whatnot. I'm a beautiful woman, guys. I'm a little bit bigger because, hell, I got the kidney failure kind of did that to me before I knew I had it. Because I don't eat a lot. I was gaining a lot of fluid and I didn't know why. And there's been times where I've missed a lot of dialysis because I was sad and, in denial that I even had to live like this for the rest of my life until I get a kidney. I would have 9-10 kilos of fluid on, which obviously it would balloon up every part of my body except my feet and my lower legs, which I wish my fluid went to my lower legs like everybody else, but it doesn't. It goes to my face, my stomach, my arms, and my ass, and my upper legs. That's pretty much where it goes. I mean, that stretches your skin out, and then you go have dialysis, and it sucks it all out of you very quickly. Well, if you do that, if that happens repeatedly, of course you're going to be a lot bigger. Your skin's having to stretch out, and it's just whatever. But I've lost a lot of weight, about 4 kilos now within the past 2 months, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm also a little worried because I'm losing my appetite. If I don't have Xanax in me, I don't have an appetite at all. And I don't know if it's from withdrawal or what, but that is what it is. Or I'm sick a lot. Like I had an appetite, I couldn't eat for over 24 hours. All I could do was get to the bathroom, vomit or hurl, and then get back in my bed with my head throbbing and try to sleep. That's all I could do over the past 24 hours, guys. So I definitely couldn't eat, and I get, it just comes with the territory. I had migraines before, and now I know why. It comes with the territory. So that's just it. But I'm so lucky to be alive, and I'm happy. So whatever. I'm not the type to say, well, fuck the world, I hope it burns, whatever, my life is shit now that I have kidney failure, I'll never be able to do anything again. No, I still live a normal, lovely, amazing life, and I just want to point out to Melton or anybody else that thinks the way he does with that disgusting attitude because he's mad that he's not as successful, that he's, he was very dorky and really ugly when he was younger, like in high school and stuff. But, he was never popular and never had a girl that really loved him, stuff like that. Just, he's got the gender identity issues and all that. So he just has the mentality of, I can't change this. Fuck it, I want it to all burn. I want the world to burn. And all these people out here having fun when they should be blah, 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 blah. Or, just making excuses for himself year after year after year. And having a mooch off of his family. He doesn't care about that. He probably has the same mentality as Anderson Henderson, who lived with his mother until he was like 31 years old. And he finally got his own place that was paid for by the government when there's nothing wrong with him. He only has to pay $99 a month. When him and I were friends years ago, I said, don't you ever feel bad about staying at home with your mother? And, when she asked you to grow up and get a job and leave the house like his sister did, And he would say to me, my mother had me, so it's the bitch's fucking responsibility to take care of me. Anderson Henderson told me that. He has that mentality. And he still does. He doesn't have, he'll never work. And he told me that. He's like, you know, Abby, every job I've ever known you to have, the difference between me and you is that you actually try at the job, and I don't. And you can, and watch this latest stream. He talks about how he worked at a Taco Bell or someplace, or Pizza Hut or someplace, and he wouldn't even, he had one job, which is to do the fucking dishes. And he said, I wouldn't even wash them, I'd put them up dirty, because if you're stupid enough to go to a place like Pizza Hut, then you deserve to be served a dirty dishes. So that disgusted me. I wouldn't want to be, I'm glad that he got rid of me whenever I didn't do what he said and started to fall in love with John, because he did everything in his power to make sure that John and I didn't end up together, and he didn't even like us being friends. But it's not because, you know, he's gay or anything, it's just because he's that controlling. And I'm glad I don't want to be his friend anymore. I don't love him anymore because he's done me so dirty, Anderson has. I fell out of love with it. I can't say I don't love him anymore because that would mean I never loved him to begin with. But I fell out of love, I guess, because of how dirty and disgusting he's done me. But yeah, you know, he has that mentality, and then that disgusts me. I want to be with somebody who and he's told me, you know, you've always had boyfriends that worked. Marcus worked, Paul worked, and I don't feel like I'm good enough for you, is what, I mean, I still have all these, I don't know, I don't have that screenshot, but I would screenshot the times where he said really loving things, and, you know, that kind of always pulled me back in. And plus, I've known the dude since I was 15, and, you know, just, he has that disgusting mentality, which I made a stream the other day. I was like cursing and hollering and upset at both him and Milton, and I'll read you guys' comments in just a moment. I haven't forgot about my sweet followers. You know, I told Milton straight up, because he watched it. I said, you're becoming just like Anderson Henderson to me. You're almost one and the same. I said, you're still a diamond to me, but you're a diamond that can't cut glass. And that was a metaphor for, you know, you're beautiful, you shine, you're capable, but Melton, you don't try, you don't care, you have that disgusting, evil burn, I want the world to burn. And I know it's because you can't get a girlfriend or whatever, and you couldn't before, and you feel like you're not as good as, you know, your other family members. Will prove them wrong. I have the happy, positive mentality of, if I'm not doing as good as somebody, I need to change. I need to sit down and think about what I need to do and change. And I've always done that. That's why I've always been like the top salesman. And, you know, most people hate sales. I'm great at the sales. You know, it took me years to develop that skill. But I did it because I observed those who were better than me and even asked them to mentor me. And it made me grow as a person, and it made my skill set grow, right? So I'm a valuable employee because of that. And I try hard, and no matter what I do, if I was flipping burgers, I would do that shit with pride, because there's so many people out here that are like Anderson Henderson and now Milton John that are just pieces of shit and have no fucking work ethic and no, they don't want to change. They don't want to change their life for the better. They want to sit and pout and whine and drink or take a bunch of pills, in the case of Anderson, and just make their pain and their fact that they are, you know, feel lesser than others go away. They want to numb themselves. I'm sad for Melton. He's not an alcoholic, but the woman, and, you know, I have a little bit of an gender identity issue too. I feel like a lot of times that I'm a man because I've been through so much shit. I've lost my husband. I grew up in foster care. I've lost babies. I have kidney failure now at such a young age. I've been through so much. And I could name more things, but I didn't let those things defeat me as a person. I grew from them. People like Anderson Henderson want to talk about, oh, somebody so-and-so's fat and ugly or blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, people are going to age quicker whenever they actually do things in life. when they sit in a room, and he was making fun of people who have to quarantine and because of COVID, saying, oh, they don't, you know, they don't know anything about having to quarantine. He says that because all his life, he's sat in one room and done nothing but get online and make fun of others that, you know, thinking they're lesser than him. And, you know, it's just, you know, saying he's so much better than everybody, looking down on people. He's always had that mentality of he thinks he's better because he's good looking. And he's not, because his personality is shit, and now I don't even respect him at all. Because I thought he was loyal. And when somebody tells you they'll never let you go, because I've been by his side when he was extremely bipolar and unmedicated, and the things he's done, he probably doesn't even remember half the shit he did to me, and I still stuck by him. You know, so now he isn't even credible as a boyfriend or friend, because he's flip-floppy, you know. But he will forgive. He will forgive, which is more than I can say for that piece of shit, Milton John. You know, Meltin, you need to learn, bud, that in the real world, this is another reason why I think he is a psychopath. He has no empathy, and he's always, you know, rude, and he wants bad things to happen. He wants to do bad things. I never once started telling him I wanted to kill him until he said it to me first multiple times, and all those videos are private now. But he always plays a victim and make me out to be the bad guy when I'm telling you like it is. This is the reality. This is the last fucking stream I want to make about this cocksucker, this literal cocksucker. This is the last stream I want to make about him. I want to let him know that I'm letting him go, because my psychiatrist has finally helped me enough to realize that, hey, you love a very toxic man. And even if, let's say the relationship did work, he talked to me about this, Albert did. And you know, what would it be? What would it be like? And I thought about that long and hard. And I told him, can I think about that and come back and tell you tomorrow? He said, sure. And there's $200 more. No, he didn't charge me for that session, thank God. But I thought long and hard about what my relationship would have been like if I ever dated John. Or even if I just was around him. If I just, you know, visited him a lot, or you know, whatever, and we weren't in a relationship, because I don't know that I want to be in one right now. But, you know, let's say we just started out as friends to see where things would go, right? And we did get into a relationship, right? Well, obviously, I would be paying for everything. He can't work. He can work. He definitely can. He doesn't have end-stage renal failure or anything wrong with him, and he constantly makes fun of me for having this disease that is autoimmune related, and nothing that I've ever done caused my kidneys to fail. It's not my fault. It's due to an autoimmune disease called IgA nephropathy. Look it up. I have medical records I've shown you guys that say it. And so I've proved it many times, because he would say that I don't have it. And he would constantly make fun of me for saying, ha ha, at least I got my health, you know. And at least other women are pretty and they have their health, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, I was thinking about the relationship and how, well, yeah, you do have your health. And I don't wish death on you every time I fucking see or speak to you, of you like you do me, and cast curses on you and stuff, and it's ridiculous. But first of all, I would be paying for everything. He would hit me. He would domestically hit me. I know he would. I am the type of girl, I would not call the police. I would not get him arrested. And more than likely, he'd probably start out simply slapping me, and then I say something that I don't even mean in a malicious or rude way, but he misconstrues it. Lacks empathy, probably wouldn't even let me explain or even come to me and say, why did you say that? That upset me because of this, just like he does now on the internet, you know. We had a falling out because he didn't come to me and let me know what the issue was, or even try to work it out. And he's never done that. He's burned every bridge, as you guys have witnessed. He's burned every bridge he's ever made friends with. So, he would never try, nothing's ever his fault. He will never say sorry first. He won't even come to you to try to resolve things like a normal person would. He lacks people skills, greatly. He needs anger management. He would end up hitting me, and I would not. I'm 5'3". I can't defend myself against a 6'5" man who's in perfect health. So that would be an issue. There'd probably be domestic violence. I say, I'll put a gun to you or whatever. I would never pull a trigger on that man or anybody, especially not somebody I love. And I would never raise my hand to him, maybe in self-defense. But if I saw him in reality, I'd like hug him and say, you want to go grab some food? On me, But he doesn't get that. He's not that. So there would be domestic violence. There would be no conflict resolution unless it came from me first, because I have been in a marriage, guys. I had a great one. Look at my ex-boyfriend who I dated for 4 years. He loves me to death. We have conflict resolution, and he's horrible at communicating. He's horrible at it. So I would, if there's any conflict resolution, it would have to come to me, but I doubt that half the time I would even know he's upset, because when me and him would talk on the phone, I didn't know, that if I said something that he openly had already told people in a stream or whatever, if I said that also to someone online, that it would upset him. He didn't let me know. He just started hating on me again because of that and wishing death on me. That's another thing. His choice of words and the way he feels, that lacking empathy. Yeah, wishing death on somebody that loves you is disgusting. And I've done it and I've apologized because he made me extremely mad, and I texted him right after I did it. I deleted the video, other people copied it, and it's still up, where I was really hollering at him. But, I did that because he ruined my relationship with Anderson Henderson because of the video I leaked of Anderson. After 10 years of his abuse, I finally leaked a video, and he wouldn't forgive me. And so I put that on Milton John, because I would have never, ever leaked that video had Milton John not forced me to in order to be my friend again. He said, you better leak nudes of you better leak sexual videos of Anderson Henderson if you really want to be my friend again. And I did it. And that's so disgusting. I mean, I feel horrible about that. But see how his mind works? Why would another grown man want nudes and sexual videos of another one? He's just so jealous of Anderson Henderson. And I think part of him has a crush. And he even went back to Anderson Henderson, tried to talk to him on the phone. Anderson ain't going to give you his number. And if he does, it's in a malicious way. He hates you, Milton John. He's told me, oh my God. And Milton John, he has played you in the past. He doesn't like you. He is not gay. How many times do I have to tell you people that Anderson isn't gay? I know the man, but that's neither here nor there. So, part of the relationship would be just his creepy way of thinking. He's a creep. People think he's a pedophile. That's how creepy he is. I've had to have Penny, who was also blocked, come over here and ask me before, whenever me and John were fighting again, and I was extremely upset with him and hurt by him. He said, Abby, can you vouch that Milton John is not a pedophile? And I said, yeah, of course he's not. And Penny said, thank you. See how my brain works? Even if I'm extremely hurt and mad, I'll still take up for you, dude. If I love you or I care about you, that goes for anybody I care about. I'll still take up for you. And I went back to Milton and I apologized to him all the time for whatever I've done. He's constantly making up reasons to hate my guts. But yeah, I mean, that would be a problem. Him not being able or willing to work is a problem. The fact that I'd have to pay for everything, the fact I would want to have sex, and I'm great at sex. I mean, if I talked to him on the phone, I doubt he'd even be able to have phone sex, like literally. And I'm really good at it. I haven't done it a lot, but I'm good at it. So, he wouldn't, it'd be awkward. It'd be so fucking awkward. I doubt he could even perform. He don't spit no game, which is kind of cute. I like that shyness about him. And it wouldn't really be a problem, but, I have a sexual fucking, I have a fucking normal libido. And I know he does too. And I've caught him watching some disgusting things. But so have I. So I can't fault him for that. But you used to understand it's the other way around. If I watch something disgusting and he watched disgusting thing too, he wouldn't even consider the fact that, hey, I'm a fucking freak too. He would blame it on me if he didn't like it, and he'd probably bitch me out. So that's an issue. Paying for things would be an issue if let's say he accidentally knocked me up, right? Because I don't ever use birth control or condoms, and I have to love somebody in order to fuck them. I'm 27 years old. I'm not a virgin, people, and I don't have a baby. So that should tell you how picky I am about who I sleep with. I don't know if Milton John has taken it up the rear by other men. I definitely don't want to end up in a relationship with a man that is, I don't mind dating someone bisexual, but if they fuck more guys than I have, that's a turnoff. You know, it's gross. And men can carry diseases, and so can women, but like, for instance, HPV. Men can have HPV and it never affects them, but they can have sex with a woman without protection or even with it sometimes and they can still get it. And there's different strands of it. The women can get cervical cancer from it. Men can carry that type of stuff and not be affected, and the woman wouldn't even know because it wouldn't show anything on his cock, you know. So he could have, I doubt he'd even be willing to get tested if he got into a relationship with a man or woman that right now that he does care for. I doubt he'd want to get tested. He'd probably just end up wanting to have sex, you know. But let's say he knocked somebody up. Let's say he knocked me up, right? That baby would be, he wouldn't be a good father because every time he gets into a tiniest bit of a conflict, first off, that lacking empathy makes it to where he cannot fucking say sorry or even talk about it to have some conflict resolution. We learned this shit in middle school, and fucking elementary school, people. And as a kid, your parents teach you that. But he can't do it. He wouldn't be able to do it. The baby would probably end up without a father. He would suck as a parent. Any other normal woman, she would take the baby from him and make sure that he cannot fucking see his child. I'm the type of woman where no matter what the father does to me, I am a firm believer in letting him see his child, always. I would never, no matter what, take a baby away from, or a child, either one, away from his father if they wanted to see him, because kids need their dad, not just their freaking moms. No offense to the single mothers out there, you know, but I just would never do it, no matter what. I'd never take them to court for child support either. I'm a firm believer that if you, as a woman, cannot take care of a child and you haven't been raped, and you need to be able to financially support that baby on your own. So I would not only have to work, but I'd have to raise the baby on my own probably. So they're just sick shit, you know. And the same thing would happen with Anderson Henderson. Before me and Anderson Henderson left each other, he wanted me to come be with him. And it wasn't him trolling. He wanted me to finally be with him in his spare room, and he had that spare room for me. He told me there's a hospital right up the road for your kidneys. He begged me to come be with him, begged. And I kept pushing it off, saying, no, I need my insurance to clear and all that because I need to be able to set up dialysis if I were to come to visit. Now, let me tell you guys something about Anderson. If he invites you to come visit him, that is a huge, monumental thing for him. He's very antisocial, and that must mean he really cares and loves you. And he told me, not specifically that, but he told me it really hurt him when I couldn't come. He didn't get that I, really was telling the truth, that I needed fucking time to set up months in advance. He said, we'll do it. But I was always too scared because I was afraid that he would end up doing to me what he did to the first love of his life, which is cause a fight after the fucking trip had already been planned and she bought the fucking airplane ticket. Anybody that's flown, you know that you can't get your money back on an airplane ticket. It's non-refundable. So she already had her airplane ticket ready to come up there, and he fucking caused a big argument with her on purpose, and he admitted this to me. and made it to where they didn't want to meet. They couldn't meet. And he told me that she was stupid enough to put money down on a cabin they were going to stay in. Well, I talked to her personally, and she said he was the dumbass. He is the one that put $500 of his own money to reserve a cabin for them to stay in, because he was obviously living with his mother at that point. And he lost out on the deposit. It wasn't refundable. So he lied to me. He's a compulsive liar. At least Milton John is not a compulsive liar. Okay? I will give him that. But that's another reason. I was afraid that if I booked this in advance, that at the dialysis center, and I'd have to, rent a car because he doesn't have one, and he has an unfurnished apartment, so I'd end up having to buy furniture when I got there. If I did all that and he wouldn't, let me in or wanted to cause a fight, I would be up there in a place I don't know where I'm at with nobody I trust, and I'd be scared to death, like it would hurt me. I'd spend all that damn money going to a shitty place I don't like. Nobody wants to be in the poorest state in the U.S., which is true, which is West Virginia, where he lives. Nobody wants to be. I mean, this high crime rate there, I would never want to be there in a hotel on my own. I'd be scared to death. Plus, I would have wasted tons of money. Like, nobody wants to go to butt fucking West Virginia. So, it's just stuff like that I thought about, I got worried about, scared of. And the fact, but it did hurt him, but he didn't understand that I need time to do that kind of stuff. And then he was talking about a wedding, and I was like, he's like, you could pay for the wedding with what you do for work. And I'm like, babe, I love you, but goddamn, And then he started to fall in love with Carrie Bridges, which he said, oh, I'm just using her to get jealous, make you jealous. But then I started having feelings for her. And look, I said, Carrie, please be careful. I don't want you to get hurt. But I wasn't trying to, attack their relationship or anything. And he ended up hurting her, doing the same shit that I told her he would. And I said, listen, you need to be really strong, and you need to really love him if you're going to stand by him, because I spent 10 years of my life, my good years, my teenage years, on loving and dealing with Anderson Henderson while I was married. But Paul didn't care, but I don't know if Paul knew the extent of the relationship, but it doesn't matter. Of course, I love my husband. Anyway, I need to see what you guys are saying. Hey, Noodles. Oh, God, Noodles is here. Noodles, contribute to the conversation. Don't troll me and say stupid shit. Nobody gives a fuck what you own. If you want to help somebody out like me, since you're so fucking rich, maybe you can get me a fucking car so I can get myself to and from a transplant center. If you're going to flaunt your wealth, you need to help the people, because that's what I do. I'm going to plug this in to make sure my phone don't die. 20 of you in here, huh? Somebody talk, or is it froze again? I need to read all your comments first, though, so let's get that done. Hold on, baby boys. Oh, God. I just told you what happened, Ariel. Get the heat on. Hold on, God dang, y'all comment a lot. Hold on, guys. Please stop commenting for a minute. Let me catch up on this shit. Okay, I left off where Street Life said it is a pretty morning. So you can scroll up and see how far that is. But it'll take me like maybe a minute or two to get through these. Good stuff. Wow, I never would have guessed Idaho. Beautiful though. Moose are very big. It is messing up the economy. How old are you? I like this walk stream. It is a nice walk. Take us on an adventure. Very dry. Stop typing for a minute. Very dry to not much fat in them. Oh, he must have been talking. Okay. Right. Hi. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well. Do you get a lot of migraines? Not a lot, but man, when I used to get a lot more before I knew my kidneys were failing, but since I started dialysis, no, actually I do get them a lot, Gustav. Yeah, I do. I really do, and it sucks. Eye talking, is it good? I've only had 2 headaches in my life. Yes, street life. Of course that's good, honey. You're very healthy. You and your wife are. I've watched your streams. I honestly do not know. I think that the big businesses will have to inflate. Some small businesses will never recover, even if they inflated prices. It's pretty sad for small business owners. Yes, it is. I get migraines almost daily. Oh, honey, God bless you. Sorry, Gustav. Sound painful. I don't think I've ever seen Abby. Yeah, you have. I've made tons of videos showing my face, especially when I used to use that Lululemon liquor channel. But I can upload some or put some off private. Street Life thinks you're so lucky. I mostly get what's called an ocular. Oh, so it starts in my eyes and can make you all dizzy and nauseous. It sucks. Exactly. I don't know what type of migraines I get, but they just fucking hurt. That's all I know. Street Life, sorry, Abby, you should be attracted to men like me. Well, I don't think you're loyal to women. I've seen you flirt with lots of women. I don't like that. At least Milton John don't even do that. I just need a loyal man. And you, no offense, but I hate the New Jersey men and New Jersey people and as a whole, because everyone I've ever met was just very uppity and rude, and I'm better than everybody. And you have some of those traits, David. I like you as a person, sweetheart, now that I've got to know you a little bit more and that we've talked. When I talked to you on the phone, David, it was a very wonderful conversation. But the trolling side of you here on YouTube is disgusting. Not always. Sometimes I find it funny. But other times, David, I just find it, you're almost 40 something. Ridiculous. To only troll, which is what I've seen you do. But no, I like you as a friend, but not anything else. That could change, but as of now, that's the way it is. Could be withdrawal, been through the benzo flu. Okay. Oh, have you, Gustav? What kind of benzos were you on if you're still here, and what did your withdrawal feel like? I'm curious. Hello, blind Abada 123. My left leg has been swollen for the last couple months, and I've gained like 50 pounds. Well, you need to go get your liver or kidneys checked, honey, or heart, liver or heart or kidneys. That's the 3 things. Mainly, probably heart. I don't know if you're urinating, or if you look at your pee and it has any type of foam, like beer, when you see somebody pour a beer on tap or whatever and it has that foam. If you have any kind of foam in the toilet bowl, you need to get your kidneys checked, because you're spilling protein, and that means there's damage to your kidneys. And it's kidney disease all the way if you see that. Or if you're urinating less, but it could be your heart also, or liver. Those are the 3 things that's wrong with you. So, I guarantee it. Get yourself checked, sweetheart. But it will pass. Got to be strong. You sound optimistic. I need to go to a doctor. Oh, I just lost my place because somebody typed. Abby should be attracted to men like me. Have you ever seen Abby Noodles? Yeah, he has. Abby might not like muscles and good looks. Well, Noodles, that picture you have, I'm not real attracted to be honest. You look short. But that's not a problem. It's your face, and you look kind of bald. But even that's not a problem. It's just such a small photograph, David, that I can't see. You may be very handsome up close, but from afar, I wasn't attracted. You're not ugly. I'm not trying to put you down. I just wasn't attracted. Okay, my left leg has been swollen for the last couple months, but I've gained like 50 pounds. But it will pass. Got to be strong. Okay, Noodle, need to go to the doctor. Noodles, you got a better shot than me because he's married. Street life. Yes, I would never hit on a married man. Oops, I married Abby. Who put that spell on Milton's face? Abby. But you know what, Noodles? You are extremely sweet and charming. I gotta give you that. And funny. Oh, there's not a man funnier on this website than Noodle Caboodle. He is hilarious and quick-witted if I've ever seen it. Who put that spell on Milton's face? I know he does have that big old Jew nose, doesn't he? God. I wonder if that would get in the way if you kissed him. Does he even know how to kiss? Like, I guarantee you Milton John's not the type of dude to even, like, if he likes a girl and they're hitting it off, that he would even, like, look into her eyes and kind of lean in. Let's say me and him were having a conversation, we were sitting next to each other, right? And it was going real good, and the mood was right. I would look into his eyes, probably put my hand on his leg first to see how, just on his leg, not near his cock, just to see how, like, I'd say something like, you're so funny, babe. And if, according to how he responded to that, I'd be able to tell right away if he's into it or not. Let's say he's into it, right? Then I would just kind of look into his eyes and start to slowly move toward him and kiss him. I don't think he would ever do that. That's how, no game. Your accent can't be Idaho, though, right? I can't say that I know an Idaho accent. No, I'm not an Idaho accent, honey. Oh, reminds you of the Carolinas. Look at you. Spot on. Yes, I'm from North Carolina. But I've lived here 10 years. I guess I was born and raised there, though, so that's why I still have an accent. Abby, did someone put a spell on John's nose? I was just talking about that before, sorry, my voice is going a little bit. Before I read it, order $372 in screen printing supplies and another $200 in screen printing classes. Huh? Maybe Texas, suck all that milk out t-shirt. Suck all the milk out t-shirt. Where are you from? She's from North Carolina. Correct. Street life. At Street Life Nice. If I got the accent right, I'm proud as hell. You should be, Gustav. I just mentioned that too before you read it. Not many people can peg where I'm from. Abby, did someone put a spell on Milton's family? I guarantee you somebody has put a spell on his family because he's Italian, and a lot of them have gypsies in their ancestry, so that could be a possibility. She said I could be wrong. I was literally just guessing love visiting South Carolina in particular, but her accent just sounded very familiar. What's happened? Okay, let's get past that. Fucking asshole to come in here and spam like that. Damn, I think I know more about Abby than I thought. It's ABBY, honey. But it's cool. This shit is deep. Yeah, this is the last stream I'm doing to John. So, this is it. And I'm letting him know why. Abby, did someone put a spell on Milton's body? Noodles, honey, God almighty. I don't know anything. I just stumbled in here during my quarantine boredom. Seems nice, though. Thank you, Gustav. I have enjoyed your presence. I like Abby. Abby Anderson has scoliosis, so don't worry. No, he can talk. He can stand up straight. So Milton is all bad, and you've done nothing wrong to him. No, I've totally. I made this person probably wrote that before I explained the fact that I can admit when I'm wrong, and I talked about things that I have done. Sometimes I get him mad, and I don't even know why because he doesn't tell me. But for the most part, the only thing I've done wrong to him is I threatened to kill him. That's all. But granted, he threatened me first, and he still continues to threaten me. And he wishes death on me all the time. And I've apologized for the few times I've wished it on him. But he's never apologized for anything he's done to me. Anyway, I already explained that. Moving on. He does seem like he would get handsy with his girlfriend. Not a man if he hits a woman, exactly. He's threatened to hit me all the time. You guys know that have watched. Abby, he has scoliosis, street life, true. Why do you guys think Anderson has scoliosis? He's not hunchback or nothing. He can stand up straight. I don't really care for Marcus. Well, you don't know Marcus. Me and the wife have fought once. I went ass over tea kettle over my porch because she turned the light on me. Oh, God. So she kicked you out for the night. Anderson and Milton both have scoliosis. Okay, Noodles. Contribute something interesting, not retarded. I was not nice. I came in swearing. I bet you would. I mean, no two people are going to always get along. And John has lived with so many different people and made so many friends. And I need to get to Miss Jamie Nicole because she was the inspiration behind this, beside my psychiatrist. But yes, I bet you were mad. My lovely baby Fourscore. I'm glad you're still here. He said, Noodles, I'm in love with Noodles. Is that even the real Fourscore? He's acting odd. He has a girlfriend. What's he talking about? Abby does have a sexy voice. I'm a freak, yes. Oh, yeah, me too. Not a virgin. Oh, too funny. That is true. I love teen breeding videos. Oh, so glad I'm not dating in the scene anymore. Yeah, Street Life, your marriage is amazing, and I've told you a few times, keep making videos. Promote your channel, because you need more subscribers, and you deserve more commenters than you get. And you and your wife are an inspiration. And just like my parents, staying married for decades is a good thing. It's rare these days. Between the TV shows to the brainwashing and people are brainwashed to just, instead of fix things, throw it away and start over. It's sad. She's cool. She's good to me. Not sure why. My first 2 kids, I paid child support. That sucked. Last 2 moms left the kids with me. They disappeared. Yep, women will fuck you over like that. I'm so glad I would never, ever be that type of woman, and I explain that to you guys. And I'm a rare fucking catch, people. I really am. Not to toot my own horn, but my God. Street Life, I'll use you for my merch line if I ever do one. I want my shirt. Oh, if that was Fourscore, I'll pay good. Street Life, I'll use you for my merch. Why would you do that for? I don't believe this is the real 4 I'm talking to. A cabin, ha ha ha, no car, ha ha. Yeah, that's true. It's not funny. Noodles will rent a cabin to see you, Abby. Well, get over here and do it. Throw in a good word for you, Noodles. Street Life is a darling. Hey, you and Noodles get along well. It's very nice. I own a luxury cabin in my Little Falls, New York. Yeah, honey, you're going to have to come to me. Street Life is the best. Abby Noodle makes fresh coffee. I don't like coffee. Noodles does not hurt women. I know you don't, baby. What's up, Abby? What's up, Nomad Deluxe, if you're still here, honey? I'm going to wake and bake and watch your live stream. Hey, Abby, hope things are holding up well. Hello. Going to get high. Weed rocks. Keith, Fourscore. All right. I'm caught up. Are you guys here still, or did my shit time me out again? It's gonna buffer for, again, 1 minute max, because I gotta log in and log back out because we're getting ready to take a ride, and I don't want it to log me out. But I love Streamlabs because anybody that retracts their comments, I can still see. I'll be right back. All right, babies. I'm here. The Abster is here, and she loves all of you. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay. God dang, guys. How far behind am I? Oh, not too far. Abby makes it okay. What's up, Abby? Churches donate 24 hours a day, not Noodles. Well, Noodles, that's disgusting. Don't act like you're rich if you're not willing to help people. I'm going to wake and bake and watch your live stream. Thank you. Okay, Nomad, you still here, honey? Hey, Abby, hope things are holding up well. Hello, Keith. Hello. I'm going to get high. Weed rocks. You're not the real Fourscore. You're acting strange for... LOL, I'm still proud. I figured the accent out. Yes, Gustav, you're still here, darling. You figured it out. I was very proud, too. Remember, I was like, wow, he hit the nail on the head. That rarely happens. I made love to Marcus, exposed. That's definitely not Fourscore, guys. You're speaking to a fake. Never mind. I like Jamie. What's up? Just chilling, enjoying the weekend off. Okay, very true. Throw things away when they're a little broken instead of working on it. Exactly, Gustav. Nice, man. Gotta enjoy the downtime when you can. Here you go. Oh, well, we're here for you. Keep doing your thing, Abby. I love 99-cent coffee. So $1 something after tax, but still, I like you outside streaming. Oh, hey, Keith, I'm here. I miss outside. Sweet red box. Catch any good one. No, I don't use red box. I need to, though. I don't watch movies a lot. I don't watch them a lot. But they got Cats. They got the new Maleficent, which I've already seen. That Cats trailer was insane. Have any of you guys ever seen that? Oh my God. Like a Boss, I don't know what that is. They got that one. That's like the top one up there. Sam. Let's look at any. Well, my hands are steady right now. It's just the camera isn't for some reason. The Joker I haven't seen. I'd like to see, as well as the new Harley Quinn movie. I always thought of me and Anderson as like Joker and Harley Quinn. I was like Harley Quinn and he was like the Joker. So it's kind of funny how now that me and him are totally apart, the Joker has his movie and Harley Quinn's new movie is about breaking up with him. It's kind of, and finding herself. It's kind of funny. But yeah, there's the main ones they're advertising. I saw that Pets, see the Pets 2 right there in the middle with the white background? I saw that, guys, the first one. I love little sweet animated movies like that. The last one I watched was the Pikachu Detective. And oh my God, it was so cute. You guys got to watch that. You will enjoy that. And if you have children, they'll enjoy it too. The Pets movie, the original one, was horrible. Oh my God. And a movie has to be really bad for me to say it's horrible. It was so bad. I would never want to watch Pets 2. That is a waste of money. But there's all that. Noodles, I'm sorry if I've been rude to you, baby. I ain't trying to. I use Apple TV. Oh, nice, Street Life. I've always wondered if it's any good because I'm an Apple girl myself. I've watched so many movies lately. I caught up on the ones I was behind on. Cats is one of the weirdest things. Have you seen it, Gustav? Oh my God. It looks so weird. The fact that that could have been an amazing musical if it was animated, but the fact that it is not, the fact they spent over, wasn't that like over $1 million or like either $500,000 to make? Didn't they say that? I watched an interview, or not an interview, a short video with like the director of it and the producers, and they were like, we spent so much to bring you guys this, and I thought, oh my God, it's a piece of shit, and it did not do good. It did not do good when it came out in the box office. I bought my house from one of the Broadway cats. Noodles, darling. I was Detective Pikachu. Oh, yes, Detective Pikachu is great. Oh, my God. You're talking about the Pokemon? Oh, my God. Do you guys remember that app called Pokemon Go that, like, swept the nation? Now, I don't know a lot about Pokemons. My father called them Pokemons because he liked them. And I watched a few of them, cartoons like that growing up, right? When I'd come out of school, I'd always come home and watch cartoons with my daddy until I got taken away. And now I got taken away at like 13 or 14 years old into foster care. But anyway, I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! And in school, growing up, they were into Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. So I was a little bit late catching into the Pokemon theme. But I downloaded last night 2 apps. One of them was called Animal something, and it is so good. I've played it for like maybe 15 minutes so far, but I'm going to play that dialysis this morning. It's about, if you don't have a Nintendo DS, or not a DS, but a Switch, which is like $400 almost, and you don't want to pay that just to play Animal Crossing, this is the app, and you have a nice iOS iPhone or a nice Android, go to either Google Play or, in my case, the App Store here, and download it. It's free. And get the Animal Camp game. It is so, or just type in Animal Crossing, it'll pop up. It is so good, and it's just, I figured it's the same as fucking Animal Crossing. Instead of an island, though, you're decorating a camp. And you get all the same visitors and stuff. It's amazing. But Pokemon Go, I did download that, and I actually caught a Charmander. And then I looked around because it was like 2 a.m. Remember I told you that my went away? So I'm up. I'm ready to go. I've had to sleep and been in the bed over 24 hours. So, guys, I looked around, and there was a Pokemon in my fucking house. And when I say in my house, I mean, it asked if I wanted to catch it, like I would look on my bed and there would be my house or my room, and the fucking Pokemon was in my room kind of bouncing and smiling. It was adorable. And there's all kinds of like Pokemons out here that I could catch. I saw an Eevee, and if the Eevee is still there, because the Pokemons change depending on what time of day it is. Like for instance, it showed me in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, it said it's cloudy and dark, and that attracts rock-type Pokemons. And so I assume different Pokemons will come out, but it had gyms and stuff where you can battle them. I got to customize my own character. She's really pretty. I don't know. I thought I was late on the game, and I thought, well, maybe there won't be anybody playing it. There's tons of people playing it around here. So yeah, no, I'm really excited to play that. And I mainly downloaded that because I want to start walking a lot more as summer comes, because instead of running, it's boring. And I'm going to walk a lot, and that gives me motivation to walk, because you have to walk. I'm not going to drive around and freaking get out everywhere I find a Pokestop or whatever. But it's fun, and I just wish that growing up, Gustav, I would have got to know a lot more about the Pokemons than Yu-Gi-Oh! But I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Better. I was attracted to Kaiba and Yugi whenever he would turn into his alter ego. It was hot. I was sexually attracted to that as a child. Well, but I'm not gay. My dad, I would tell my dad that. He'd say, well, at least you ain't gay. He was just picking though, my father. Well, my father's old school. He's like 60 years old, but he looks like he's, 40. But, he has that old school traditional, and my parents taught me that, And that was before gay marriage was really accepted everywhere, and people were really pushing, the media was really brainwashing everybody into accepting it, and it was just in your face everywhere you go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I don't agree with the lifestyle at all. No, I do not. But I don't hate anybody that's gay. But, I don't like how it's pushed in my face so much. I don't push my heterosexuality in your face. So that does bother me, how much it's pushed in the face to brainwash people. You guys got to discern. Like, the Lord gave me the gift of discernment, because I used to, like, oh, man, I don't even want to get into it, but I was so into Christianity, like, a couple years ago, that I felt like, how some people that are Christian, they're like, I believe that everybody has a gift. Everybody. I was always upset because I couldn't speak in tongues, and then the Lord told me, your gift is the gift of discernment. The Holy Spirit told me that, right? Not audibly, feeling in my soul. That was my, and when I say that, I'm able to discern, like, the enemy a lot better than a lot of others, and when I'm being tricked. So I'm very thankful for that gift. And those of you who aren't Christian, I know you probably think that sounds silly, and I respect your views, but respect mine. Okay? Anyway, we're going to move on. Guys, look at my garbage. Let's throw that away. I'll throw it away in a minute. Street can get shirt. God almighty, you guys are going so fast. Keep doing your thing. Love these 99 cents. I like outside streaming. I miss outside catch. Well, we're going to do a lot of it as the summer comes. It's cold. Well, I love this weather. I hate hot weather, but I'm going to have to get out in it. I use Apple TV. I've already read that. I watch so many movies. Where did I leave off? Fire Stick is definitely amazing. I saw a good portion of it. It's a trip. My wife plays Pokemon. Really? Does she play Pokemon Go? Oh, I wish she was around. We could play together. She could teach me. I'm going to check out Detective Pikachu tonight. Yeah, I do. Well, I'm going to have to let you know what I think. My dad said Pokemon too. Your dad said Pokemon too. I used to watch it after school. Yeah, dude, how old are you? I was born in 92. You may have been, I don't know, may have been close to, were you born in the 90s? I want to see a quiet place too. It takes a place in the same town my Lux cabin resides. Okay, Noodles, we get that you have money, honey. Pokemon Go is a pretty good game app. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. It seems fun. But the Animal Crossing campsite one, oh man, I really like that. If you have an Android phone, oh fuck. If you have an Android phone, you can download this thing that has all the classic games, like Game Boy games and some PS games. Well, I have a PS4, so they have a store that and they have the same thing. They have the classic arcade games like Pac-Man and stuff, but they also have some older games. They had this game, some Sonic game that had, what are they called, chows, where they're like babies, and you had a chow garden, and that made me cry. I used to sit in my room on my game cube and play it in the dead hours of the night, and it was just so fun. And when I saw it in the PlayStation Store, I immediately got it. I got it for free, and it was so fun, even today. Unfortunately, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, sorry. It's okay. The only game I'm good at is love. Aw. I wish I had a Pokemon in my house, as long as it's not Snorlax, because he's more. Oh, but he's so cute! And I want a Jigglypuff. I can't find one. To Noodles, which might explain the 4 kids. Me too, Noodles. Oh, yeah, okay, I get you. Bow chicka wow wow. Noodles. Or Street Life. Street beat the game 4 times. Weird thing is my kids went boy, girl, boy, girl. That's awesome. I want a boy, but as a teenager, but as a little, I wish I could have a boy as a teenager, but like as a baby, I'd rather have a little girl so I could dress her up and stuff. I used to struggle bad with anxiety, and walking helped me out so much. I used to take a walk every night. My anxiety got under control, and I lost a good amount of weight. I did too when I'm out, and sometimes even when I'm not, because of how sick I get with the migraines. I was curious though, Gustav, you don't have to share it if you don't want to. Just tell me it doesn't make you comfortable. What kind of benzo you were on, and how much you were prescribed, what milligram, and all that, because yeah, I'm really curious about that. When I first started taking Xanax at 15, and I took them for 2-3 years straight, and then when I moved up here with my husband, my deceased husband, he died, I was, for the first year, I was withdrawing a lot, but I didn't know I was withdrawing, and the symptoms weren't bad at all. I was just constantly angry. But the second time I started taking Xanax again, whenever my husband passed away, and the withdrawal ever since has been horrendous. It used to be way worse, but now I can, there was a time I couldn't go more than 3 days without seizing, and I could barely work. I was throwing up. When I was at work, I remember one time I had a chicken wrap, and it had lettuce in it, and then not even an hour later, I had to go throw it all up, and I saw the green stuff come out of my mouth, which was lettuce, and I was too out of it with the withdrawal to know. It scared me to death. I thought, oh my God, what did I eat that was green? Nothing. What is that? Oh my God, I was panicking, and I couldn't remember that, hello, you ate a chicken wrap with lettuce in it. That's how bad my anxiety was. But now I can go a week or so, and after that week, though, by God, it gets hard. I just sit back. I was just sitting back for 2 days there. I couldn't sleep at all. I couldn't do anything. I had no motivation. And I sat, and I wrapped a blanket around me, and I just rocked back and forth for 2 days. No playing on my phone, nothing. It was sad. Street life, you're lucky I don't have any kiddos, but I'm the oldest of 5 boys. God, guys. God bless my mom. Gays are kind of crybabies, like they lived through the Holocaust. Some of them are, yeah, that's true. I do find that they're very sensitive. Not all of them, just some, the loudmouth ones, right? Ugh. I got why do they go, I don't like a put-on voice, an overly put-on voice. A little bit of it's okay, but not overly. To me, that's just a laughing stock. Makes you look like a clown. I'm very structured. I run like a clock. I know if I'm behind or head on my way to work or home. No, not me. I'm late. I'm just so ADHD, but I like to keep it untreated because I couldn't imagine being on, I don't want to be on any more medicine. I run hot. I don't know what that means. I got a PS4 too. I'm playing Sonic. They have a free Sonic game now. Mostly I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. Oh my God. I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption. It is so good, and it's made by the same people who made the most expensive video game ever made, which is GTA 5. I'm a big GTA 5 player. But Red Dead Redemption looked so good. But you know what I did? I went and I watched every single cutscene. So I spoiled the entire story, and I thought, well, fuck it. I didn't get it. I've never had anxiety. Street life, you're lucky. Walking and biking definitely helped build up my stamina. Nice, Keith. I can't bike. I'm too sick to do that. If I build up my stamina enough, which I'm hoping to do, I lost a lot of it over winter. Yeah, hell yeah, I can ride a bike. Walking the bike and build, and I need my cardio better too, because my heart needs to be real strong, because over time dialysis is going to wear it out. So I've been on and off of Klonopin for a couple years. That's what Henderson takes. Ever since I was a kid though, on and off. Hold on, there's a man in front of my car. On and off of stuff. Vatican, I don't know what that is. Xanax, etc. Do you mean Valium? I know most of them pretty well. Yeah, I know them too, but Xanax is the mother load. It doesn't get any stronger than that. I had anxiety for years, massive panic attacks. I'm so strong I never took meds for it. Good for you, Noodles. I doubt that's a lie. I doubt that, but okay. But that might be like my dad said, boy, you better marry smart because you're not the sharpest tool. Why would he say that? Was he just fucking around? Because you're extremely intelligent, Street. I've watched you. Vatican, haha, I meant Ativan. Okay, I thought you meant Valium. Yeah, Ativan's good. It's the second strongest, in my opinion. Even got my run in the afternoon at the gym. Noodles 1980, that's awesome. You didn't need meds for your anxiety. Isn't much of a choice when you have chronic panic attacks. Yeah, that's true. It's so hard. And I believe that antidepressants are poison, and they do not help with anxiety at all. Never take them. Never. Because when you start getting into that and you take that for years coming off that shit, I've heard it's harder than the benzo. Okay, are you a good or bad cowboy? I don't know what you're talking about. Noodles, stop it. Now either make sense or I'm going to block you. If you love GTA 5, you'll love Red Dead. I know it already spoiled the story for myself. I've had some of that story spoiled, but it's amazing mostly. I just don't play the story points and go hunting all the time. Really all I've been playing on the GTA, other than GTA, and GTA is boring now to me. But I have a character that's like over 600, and then I have another one that's like 3. So I played it for years, but I like to play The Sims a lot. But now that I got these new apps, the Pokemon and the Animal Crossing, I'm going to be focusing on that, and that's on my iPhone. I grew up as an only child. I mostly had cousins when my mom married again. Me too. I played with my cousins a lot. I have a cousin that I played with all the time, guys. And you know what she grew up to be? And she still lives in North Carolina. She married and had a baby down there. She grew up to be a dialysis tech. Who would have thought when me and her were playing, as a child, that I would grow up to be a dialysis patient, and she would grow up to be a dialysis tech. It's funny how things work. Noodles, Gustav, I thought I was going to die every day. Now I have PTSD. Oh, Noodles, honey, I'm sorry. That's awful if you have that. I'm sorry to hear that. PTSD is rough. I don't know much about PTSD. Hey, Gracie, how's it going, sweetheart? Glad to see you. Yeah, I'm doing a important stream here, probably my last one to Meltin. I talked to my psychiatrist, and I've, he's helping me get through this, so. Guys, never my doctors really did a number, constantly trying to give me antidepressants and me taking them and feeling worse. Exactly. And I did it one time. I took Prozac, and I remember it made me so suicidal that I ended up going down to the lake and calling my mom and telling her I love her, but that I had to jump into it because I drowned almost 2 times as a child. One time I drowned at in Myrtle Beach, and my father jumped in and saved me, or I would have died. And I remember as I was getting ready to take in a breath and fill my lungs full of water, I had this voice say, "Ha ha ha, we got you now, bitch." It was a demon. I was going to go to hell as a child. And that's scary as fuck. Yes, Gracie, I'm glad you're doing well, sweetheart. Why are you saying, "Hey, Fupa Fabulous"? Hey, Fupa! What's up? Well, I guess she's not going to say hey to me, but, Street Life, hello. Fupa, baby, what about me? Me and Fupa, I still haven't called you yet, sweetheart, but I got your number and I will. I didn't know you couldn't text until you told me. Yeah, but I miss you and I'm glad you're back, if you're the real Fupa. Alright. Oh, okay. I was just fucking around, but Fupa, baby girl, she's here. Oh, Fupa, I adore you so much. I'm glad that you answered me the other day because I missed you. But anyway, guys, I gotta continue talking, okay? You guys can continue, but I need to continue what I was saying. So my psychiatrist told me, what if this relationship did work out with John? I'm talking about John right now. This is gonna probably be my last stream. I'm hoping to him, Fupa. Abby, I watch your streams. I just sometimes feel shy. Oh, baby girl, sweetheart, you're so sweet. Guys, you should sub to Gracie and Fupa. And Street Life. He needs you guys all deserve more than you get. More people than you get, more subs, too. That's very sweet, Gracie. It's good. I have 3 people now that I know are, well, I don't know, for lack of a better word, lurkers. And it lets me know they're not hate watching me, it makes me happy. So thank you, Gracie, for letting me know that. Because I'm always telling people, hey, y'all can come in here and talk, even if you hate me. I'm not the type to not forgive. I have a big heart, and I miss people, and I'd rather forgive and forget than lose a friendship. And that's another thing, that I noticed again that I'm going to reiterate with Melton. He constantly won't forgive anybody. And I got to get to Jamie Nicole because she is another reason for this stream. She's another inspiration for it. Now, Jamie Nicole, when I first met her, so let me finish up with what I was saying about my psychiatrist, okay? So he was asking me about if the relationship did work out, how would you picture a future with this person? So I already talked about all that, okay? I told you all the red flags, okay? And these are not just red flags that would be with me. These are red flags that would be with any woman that Milton John, or any man, aside from the baby part, if he dates a man. But for any woman, Milton's not going to be there as a father. He's not going to be a good one, I don't think. He's going to run away every time. You have a conflict because he's not good at communicating, and instead of coming up trying to say, hey, babe, you hurt me when you did this, what's up? He'll just run away. And he often starts a lot of conflict. Doesn't. So I would have to be the one, constantly say sorry, because, what happened, what's wrong, all that. And he can't afford the child. I'd be the one not only working, watching the out of her son. He's, I know, sorry, I don't know what's happening there. My Siri keeps for no reason. So, yeah, just, these are things he really needs to listen to. And instead of getting defensive, he needs to take them to heart and really think about how he acts, because I have, and I've apologized to him a lot since this fucking stream started. But if somebody comes to me and they say they're sorry that they said something that you weren't comfortable with because you told that to them that was personal or whatever, then just say you're sorry and continue and continue the friendship. I've told him I'm sorry, and you know what he continues to do? Wish death on me every day. He wished death on him once or twice, and immediately I took the damn video down, and I felt so bad. I texted him, and he acts like he has me blocked, but yet when I call him, how can somebody have... Let me ask you this, guys, all of you. If a man says that he has me blocked, and we've all seen John's phone, it's not an Apple, it's an Android, okay? It's a cheap-ass little Android. He maybe paid $100, $200 max for it. He says he's blocked me. Yet every text I send them, it doesn't say not delivered like it would anybody else who has actually blocked me, and I've texted them. It doesn't say that. It goes the whoosh. It makes the whoosh sound as though it's sent. And when I call him, his answer machine comes on and says, "You've reached John Jangrandi, leave a message." Now, does it allow me to leave a message? So am I blocked or not? I think I am. Because the 2 times I've wished death on him, I immediately texted him a long paragraph. I'm so sorry. I even cried. I mean, and yet every time I try to be nice to him or talk to him or whatever, he doesn't care about, you know, death. He says, I don't understand. He said, you know, when me upset, I don't forgive you. That the is in years. This is where are you guys at? Okay, I'm here. All right. I took my headphones out because sometimes my headphones make Siri come on for some reason. Thank you, Gracie. Thumbs up for Abby. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. You know, this is an important stream, and it's not all been hate. Abby sounds like the guy who says you're blocked isn't yet. No, I'm not blocked. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I am, you know, and I don't know. I still may be, but I mean, I tell John I love him on a regular basis. You know, I don't understand. And any woman that he goes with, we're going to turn this around. Any woman that he goes with, I'm going to take you guys down, not down Lakeside, not Lakeside, but not down Coeur d'Alene Lake Drive or whatever that is, because it goes up into the mountains, and after you hit a certain area, I lose service. So we're going to go down this lake down here, and I'm going to see if I lose service. If I do, I will turn around and I'll get back into town here, and I will turn you guys back on, so don't leave. Unless you want to leave, of course. I don't want to force anybody to stay, but I appreciate you guys' company right now. So I used to live, this is Fernand Lake. Yes, it is Milton's loss, but I gotta get this obsession over. I told my psychiatrist, I'm like, you know, I used to live here, guys. Beautiful apartments. There's a waiting list now to get on here that's like 2 years out. Because they're cheap. Well, they were cheap. They used to only be like, damn, for a 1-bedroom, we were paying only like $450, but that was back in 2014. So here we are. We're going down the lake. There's houses out. I mean, this is beautiful. I love this. I love these apartments back here because you can't see. It's very private. Anyway, they got beautiful homes out here too. Yes, so Gracie, absolutely. It's going to be hard for me, but I can do it. I've been advised at this point, because at first my psychiatrist said, Abby, it's a phase. It's obsession. Obsession will fade. It'll waver. Man, fuck you, dude. It's 25 through here. And I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, this dude is going to have to go around me too. Just go, dude. And after, it's not an obsession. I did fall in love with him, okay? I did. Now, I initially rejected him, but I fell in love with him. And I think a part of the reason, other than the fact that I just have known him and I love him, but I think a big part of the reason why I loved him, or started to fall in love with him, was because first, he expressed interest in me. Secondly, it's an obsession that it happened around the same time I started having my kidney failure. He expressed interest in me around that time. I rejected him around that time. I was very sick. I could barely keep up with talking to my mom. I told my grandma to stop calling my room and many other people because I didn't want to talk a lot. Somebody out there fishing in that little pontoon boat. It's beautiful. I'd love to be out there right now. It's cold as shit, but I'd love to be out there. Love it. You know what I'm going to do this summer? I'm going to buy me a canoe because mine busted, and I'm going to get out here on the lake and go canoeing. I love to canoe, dude. And I got to go to the sports shop and get the right clothes for it because I don't have any water shoes or anything like that. Anyway, so I think that goes hand in hand. That's a traumatic experience. And I started to have fantasies of John. This is how this started. That's how it always starts. Like with Marcus, when I asked him out, I had fantasies. I started just randomly having fantasies. And I told myself, I'm going to get that man. He's going to be mine. And it happened. But, plus, I accept John for who he is, and I definitely am the type of woman that he's never going to find one like me. No woman is ever going to put up with that shit. But anyway, look how pretty this is. I'm going to hold my window down here. Look at this, guys. Peaceful, isn't it? Oh, man, this is nice. Guys, I can hear his boat, and he's way out there. That is how nice it is. Oh. And it's so cold right now that those little water bugs, they will not be out to bite you. It's nothing like North Carolina out here. If this was North Carolina, you'd have all kinds of bugs out here, even if it is cold. And they would bite the shit out of you. And what's going to happen to Milton when his parents pass? Well, Fupa baby, what are you saying? I'd rather shove an M80 in my badge and light it before I let him anywhere near it. Fupa, I missed your wittiness so much. Give it up for Fupa. She's the most witty woman on this fucking website. She is witty as fuck. Noodles is real witty too. You get along with him pretty good if he could stop trolling for a minute. She said R.I.P. badge after that. Fupa, I love you so much. What's going to happen? Well, Melton himself has talked about that. He said, in one of his most recent not his most recent drunk stream, but the one that he's titled Drinks on a Thursday or something, Thursday with Drinks or whatever, he gets naked in it. He said, I don't want my mother, I want to start, he's cooking a lot for himself now, and we've witnessed that. He has been. And he says it's because of the fact that he doesn't like his parents making food for him because they're not always going to be around. So he is conscious of the fact that he needs to be more independent. But the simple fact of the matter is that he is mentally and physically able to work a job, and he refuses. Or if somebody upsets him and pisses him off, like this African-American man that wore his pants too low and he had to work beside him every day. Well, him sagging his pants and wouldn't pull them up upon Milton John's request, if I recall, is the reason he quit his job like a fucking idiot. So stupid. He doesn't understand that the world doesn't revolve around him. And not everybody's going to be nice all the time or do what he says. And he's a fucking retard whenever... No, that was a retarded thing. He himself is a little mentally retarded. Not retarded, but slow. Doesn't understand. Has no life experience. You know? I mean, you men in here, you grown-ass men that work... If you need to provide for yourself and you want to be independent and all you do is get online and bitch about how you are trapped because you don't appreciate what your mother and father do, or stepfather for you by letting you live in a beautiful home in a beautiful area that's nice, even though you can't afford to live there on your own, but let's say you want your independence and you're fucking making $400 a month because they cut you back on your SSDI that you don't even fucking need, that could be going to a family that really needs it, but instead it goes to your lazy, sorry ass because you can't work near an African American person or anybody that sags their pants or doesn't look the way you want them to look or speak the way, and you have to work in close proximity to them. Your sorry fucking ass will quit a good paying job when you have no college education. Not that that's wrong, because neither do I, but you did not learn a trade, and you know that by not getting a college education, you are going to be, if you do not learn a trade, slaves to the man by having to work a fucking job that is entry level, honey. You know this. His sorry ass is not going to go in being no manager because he has even I have 10 years call center experience. I could request a manager position if they'd be willing to hire me, knowing that I have to be gone 3 days a week. Okay? For dialysis. Nowhere will hire me like that. Fuba, I am slapping him. But I don't mean to, though. It just makes me sick. I mean, if I could work right now, there's nothing more that I miss than working a regular 9 to 5 versus being at home. I hate it. I hate working at home. I hate it. But he is somebody that complains all the time about wanting a better life for himself. But he has said many, many times, now, guys, I guarantee every one of you in my room right now that have watched Milton John's stream, you have heard him say, is anybody around this website, maybe an older woman preferably, that has a house or a spare room and is single or even married but just looking for some company? Or anybody else that's got a spare van or whatever, or a room that they're not using, would they let me stay there, and stuff like that, and for just my company alone? He has said that how many times? He said it 1,000,000 times, and I guarantee you every one of you remember it. So that is disgusting. He expects, and it shows that he's had everything in his life handed to him. Milton, nobody owes you that. And then he gets butthurt when other people on here like Chris, aka Bergs, or fat ass fuck nothing Elvis, gets money or whatever, or even fucking me. He got upset with Carrie over her sending me flowers when I was in the ICU, guys, about dead. And it was a COVID floor. I have videos of it. Go look at my channel. And he got so mad about that he went out of his way to tell her, either over the phone or in private, in Messenger or whatever, on Facebook or email or whatever. He had the audacity and went out of his way to take the time to tell her not to buy me any flowers. He said, I told you multiple times not to do that, to let a demon die, is what he said, or not get involved. That doesn't fucking involve him. Look at that fish. There's a fish out there. See how that ripples in the water? See that ripple? It's a circular ripple. It's a fish right there. I wish I was out there fishing. Anyway, probably a bass, or there's a lot of bass out here in these lakes. Anyway, he went through the nerve to tell my friend, which was a mutual friend at the time. He blocked her because of that. A sweet woman. very sweet. It's not fake. People may think Carrie's fake, but when you get to know her, she legit is that sweet little, she's so sweet. He called her an antagonist. Well, she is a little bit of an instigator and an antagonist, but you know what? Somebody like me, I can appreciate a quality like that in a woman, a beautiful one, too, just like her. She's a beautiful woman. I can appreciate a quality like that in anybody, and I can use it and teach them how to use it to their advantage. But no, not him. He fucking threw her to the side and said, well, you fucked me over. Her buying me flowers, which are still beautiful and alive, and I showed them earlier in this stream. When I was about dead in the ICU on the fucking COVID floor, dude, see how disgusting? That's none of his business. And he led a good friendship. He said, you had a perfectly good thing going with me. So don't ever try to rekindle anything because I won't ever forgive you for doing that. And he even said that her boyfriend told her not to. He probably got in touch with her boyfriend. He is on Faith YouTube, from what she's told me. But, isn't that sickening? It was so sick. When I would never say, well, he knows I loved him. He knows I loved him. I said earlier in this fucking stream that I would give that man a kidney, no questions asked, if he needed one. And not only did he fucking put his nose where it don't belong and tell Carrie not to send me flowers, but he rubbed salt in the wound by saying, let a demon die. See how that's psychopathic, no empathy. That is a psychopath trait. And I hate it when people fucking diagnose me or anybody else because I'm not a doctor and neither are they. But that is traits of a psychopath. And that is my personal opinion. Again, I'm not a doctor, but he needs to be evaluated. Now, I'm getting my ass checked out. You need to get your ass checked out, dude, because what I'm having is insane. I told my psychiatrist, I'm like, this ain't no obsession, motherfucker, because he said that would pass. It's been 7-8 months and it's still not passed. I still love him to death. And it's fading, just like with Henderson. I'm almost seeing Anderson the same as I saw John. He's like, two evil people. And I still see Melton. I originally saw him as a diamond. A sweet diamond. I could see the sweetness in him. I know he's jaded. I know he's had a hard upbringing, he says, and I know he feels inferior to other family members because they made something of themselves and he didn't. And then he was real ugly in high school and he's always been awkward with women. I know over time that can hurt a person or make a man jaded, but look at what kind of man he is. Would you want to date yourself, Melton? Do you have anything to offer a woman? And I'm the only woman that would put up with you because my psychiatrist told me that, what would the fucking relationship be like if it actually worked? And all the things I mentioned, having to pay for everything, being hit, and I'm not the type to ever call the law if I'm hit, having a baby that I know I have to primarily raise, somebody that has no people skills, won't even work. If they have to work next to a coworker they don't like, they'll quit the job. And he also said he didn't like the roads he had to drive, guys. Another reason he quit his job it's hard to get a job in Oregon. He's admitted that too. The jobs are very scarce. And he has no college education, which again is no problem because you just need to learn a trade if you don't want to be in a restaurant or around people. You want to work from home. You think he's researching anything about that? Nah, he comes on here and complains. He wants you to give him a spare room to stay in. He's not even doing it because he's lying to you all whenever he says, I want to have friendships, because he burns every friendship he's ever had. Guys, you have witnessed this with your own two eyes. No, he's not here because he cares about you. He wants your money, okay? And now he's not as bad of an e-beggar as Elvis and Chris and all that. He's not strictly here for money. I think a part of him does want a friendship, but he lacks people skills and he lacks empathy so bad to the point that he refuses to forgive anybody. He acts like, I guess if you're his friend, you always have to just ass kiss, never ever be able to tell your opinion if it differs from his, or he'll fucking find a reason to not like you, disown you, throw you away, talk shit
shit about you and never forgive you again. He's done it many times and he's admitted to it. That, I don't understand how he ever expects to be friends with anybody with that type of mentality of unforgiveness. And he claims to be a Christian, but he's a goddamn warlock. He's a witch. Because the Bible says, if you've ever read it, that we need to forgive, and as many times as it takes. Okay? He sacrifices every friendship. And Miss Jamie Nicole, now I'm going to get to her now. So, I know you're caring for dogs, Fupa, and Fupa's such an amazing woman, guys. You got to get to know how amazing she is. Fupa, I had some bitches coming in here. I told you about it. They texted me randomly talking about, so-and-so said that, you hate, or Fupa's talking shit about you. First thing I did, what does a normal person do? They don't say, oh, well, fuck that bitch. That's what Milton John would do. And he would inquire more about it because he's so gullible and impressionable that you can get him to believe anything you want if you're smart enough. And he would probably block her. You know what I did? First thing I did, I went to Fupa. I said, Fupa, I like you. You don't visit me anymore. This person, I showed her a screenshot, is talking mad crap about you. I said, Fupa, I don't believe it. Let's talk. And you know what Fupa did? She talked to me. Just like a regular person, because her friendship to me means more than anything she may have ever said about me was bad. If she ever did, or if she ever was mad at me and she just said, Abby, I did say this. She's the type of woman to fucking straight up tell you that. She's a fucking good looking, I love Fupa. So it's going to take a fucking hell and high water to get me to hate Fupa. She must, unless look at how John treats me. Look at how he treats me, guys. Man, it takes a lot to get me not to like somebody. And I hate Hazel. I don't hate her, but my God, if you actually knew how she really was in private, you would hate that woman. And that's a lot. That's rough coming from me, because I gave her the benefit of the doubt just about in every way, and as I got to know her, and she really needs help. All she cares about is attention. And she admitted to me like 5 times, hey, I talk shit about you behind your back. That's what she does. She acts real sweet in person, and then she'll talk shit about you behind your back. But when you're on her good side, she will take up for you. I will admit that. She got Vinny G to take up for me when Miss Jamie Nicole, a woman I don't even know, and I still don't know her, but she was up there talking shit about me, saying that I sent people to attack her, and that I was cussing her and Marty and them out, when I didn't even know them. She admitted later that she only did it because Milton John asked her to. And, that whole, that King of the Juggalos thing, that came from me. She said she was just fucking joking when she came to my page and said that. I told my mods not to block her. I said, this is a nice woman. The very first indication of her contact that I had with her, Music Biz Marty came in my room calling me a bitch, saying that stop talking about Milton or I'm going to F you up. And I said, who are you, dude? I said, what is you? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know you. I've never said anything about you. He was saying I said stuff about the Juggalos and all that, and I had no clue who they were. The only thing I had known about them was I saw a couple comments that Jamie left on Milton John's page, and she hated Milton John when she first met him. The only way Jamie met him is through me too, me and Carlos, because Hannah Stout, who he fucked over too, did a stream one time that I went into titled Milton John Interview with Milton John, and Milton John didn't know the stream was running, and he had told her and lied to her that he would be at a certain place, because she shut her whole day down, guys. So she had so much stuff to do, and she fit him into her schedule, because he said, yeah, I'll do an interview with you at such and such day and time. He didn't show. So she started her own fucking interview saying, fuck it, I shut down my whole schedule for today because of this. And you know what I did? I texted Milton John after talking to her, because I go to people's page because I'm interested in them, not because of Milton John, contrary to what he may say to you, okay? So I went in there, I talked to her for about 30 minutes, And I said, you want me to try to get John in here? I'm going to try to get him in here. I fucking texted him. You know what he told me? He said, I'll come on my time, not yours or hers. And I said, all right, well, I'm just letting you know she's doing a stream title with your name in the title. So he comes about 30 minutes after I texted him. And he said, he got up on StreamYard, and he titled, I guess you can make a name for yourself on there and your username doesn't pop up. But he titled his name, Milton John is wanted for views. It's a rude, ignorant thing to say to a friend. Hannah Stout's been signed up to this channel as a subscriber, before I even knew about it, before I even met my dead husband, Paul. She was subscribed to this page, so she's a loyal fucking sub, and so she's funny too, dude. But anyway, Milton John came on and started. A couple other people came because Carlos shared the link, right? So there he's up there, and as soon as he got in the room, he said, I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in this. I want a wrench. And I wasn't saying a bad thing. I wasn't even talking to him. I was ignoring him when he came in the room. I think I may have said, hey, baby, or something like, no, I said, baby is here. That's all I said to him. And then I continued to talk to Hannah. And you know what he did? He demanded a wrench from Hannah. She gave it to him, and what did he do? He blocked me right away. And I have never blocked him in any room that I've carried a wrench in and he didn't. Never. I don't give a fuck what he says. I would admit it. I've never done it. Every time I get a wrench, I don't even use it. I may have used one once or twice. I never fucking use them. Anyway, I just appreciate it for, the protection. And it's a little prestige thing on YouTube to have a wrench, right? But I don't fucking even visit anybody anymore. And I don't mean to. I'm not trying to be rude. I need to really be interested in, but sometimes I just lurk. I do lurk. And like with Street Life, I like and adore Street Life and his wife. But I don't chat a lot because I don't know what to say sometimes. But I lurk. And same thing with Fupa. And a couple others that I really care for. Now, some of them I don't watch a lot, but I'll pop in and say hi or whatever. But it's just rare for me to even do that anymore. But anyway, yeah, Milton John, my psychiatrist, was like, think about that, right? So I've explained that 3 times now, what any kind of relationship would be like with him. Friend, roommate, whatever, lover, whatever. So he really needs to take everything I say to heart because, again, no other woman's going to put up with him the way I would and the way I have. Because even Natalie and I were talking, and she's like, well, Milton John, even though he's doing all this, he's a fucking walk in the park to deal with compared to Anderson, isn't he? And I said, yeah, he is. So that's like another reason. I mean, I've been so severely abused by Anderson so long. And he abused Natalie too like that, man. And that's sad. That was his first love, dude. He fucked her over so bad. Wouldn't meet her, it's crazy stuff. But also Anderson really wanted to meet and he wasn't trolling, and I wasn't ready because I was afraid he was gonna do to me what he did to Natalie, which is stand her up, cause a fight like he did whenever she already paid for an airplane ticket, which is non-refundable. And then he laughed at me. He would say, oh, ha ha ha, the bitch put down $500 on a cabin, and I ended up causing a fight with her right before she was supposed to come just so I didn't have to meet her. And he was in love with her. He was in love with her at that time. And he still is. But see how he treats his women he loves? See how he treats them? There was a time that I wanted and I talked to her on the phone, she said he's lying to you. He put $500 down on a cabin. It was a deposit that he lost, not mine. And I believe her, because he's a compulsive liar, but, I can't help but I fell in love with him at like 15, guys. And first interaction I ever had with Anderson Henderson, or Haven, as is his real name. First interaction I ever had with him, he trolled me. He met me through Phantom, and he trolled me into giving out my number when Paul and I were still running this channel together, and it was very, very popular. We were still getting hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million views on our channel. He gave out my number by convincing me he was one of Paul's ex-girlfriends, and she was actually fucked him before I came up there. Her name was Kelly, because he must have heard me. I don't know. I may have told him that. No, I could have told him that, but he must have heard, because I just met him. I didn't know him. He actually was smart enough to convince me of that when I was younger. I was 18. And he gave out my number, and I had hundreds of people calling me all day long. All day long. But I had one woman, and her name was what was her name? She had blonde hair. Her name was Rachel. She dated this guy named Brad. She got knocked up by her own father and had multiple kids. The poor thing was severely abused. She had a channel too called Vegan something. I don't know. She had blonde hair. Melton will know who I'm talking about. But anyway, regardless, she was the only one that called me and said, "Hey, I've been through what you've been through," because she had a successful channel too, not as successful as mine and Paul's, but successful. And she said, "I'm so sorry. I know what you've been through." And I had hundreds of men calling and hitting on me and stuff, and others were just cussing me, calling Paul a pedo. Crazy. That was my first interaction with Anderson Henderson. He is an asshole, but if you stick with him enough to get, you can see. I got glimpses of the real him. He was extremely bipolar and abusive. He wasn't medicated at all. But I fell in love with the few times. It's like fucking the Joker and Harley Quinn. You know how Harley would stick by him, even though he was a total piece of shit, and he would hit her and he would fuss at her, but he would sometimes be real nice and loving, and she would just yearn for those moments, and she treasured those moments. And then he'd turn around and throw her off a boat or something, or out of a plane or something. And as she was falling, her tears would come out of her. One tear would come out of her eye, because she just was so in love. And it's kind of funny now. I was saying that earlier. There's that Joker movie, and then there's that new Harley movie where she breaks up with him, and she escaped the abuse. But I released that sexual video of Anderson Henderson, and I never released anything on him. But after 10 years of abuse, I never gave up any of his info, ever. So he never would forgive me for that one mistake. And I did it for Milton John, because Haven hates Milton. Hates him. And Milton John demanded, guys, remember this? He said if I wanted to get back in his good graces, I have that stream still. I'm going to let that get public. And I'm going to tell you when I do. Of me, and didn't I just cry the other night when I was so sad? I think that stream is still up of me just begging Milton John to forgive me, and you're pouring my heart out to him. I haven't been back to his page since. I saw 2 notifications of where I knew it had nothing to do with me. I know he watched that stream, guys. He's told you before that he'd never take his eyes off of me because of how crazy I am or whatever. Remember that? He said, "I'll always watch you. I'll always, fucking throw you around like a rag doll." He just said that the other day. So I got no response for any of the videos that I talked to him about. And I didn't watch any of his videos because I just saw the title in my notifications. And I'm still subbed to him, but I gotta unsub him. And I was kind of brokenhearted that he just doesn't give a fuck enough to even talk to me or acknowledge that. He only acknowledges when I bitch him out. So this is why, I went to my psychiatrist and I said, "Doc, I need help. This is not an obsession like you say it is. It's lasted 8 months. I need to talk to you." I spent $200 to speak with him for a good 2 days because he asked me some serious questions, and I said, "Can I talk to you about? I need to think about that," such as the relationship thing, what it would be like. And he told me, "Abby, I don't think you're going to be able to get over it unless you totally cut him out of your life." And that works. That does work. I mean, I know it does, because I had an ex that I didn't love, or even dated, but it was this guy from my work that I slept with. Out of like the 5 men I've slept with, one of them I shouldn't even count, but I have to. Because, yeah. Anyway, so I slept with him, and I thought he was cheating on me when I figured out he wasn't. And he said, we shouldn't do anything anymore if you're going to be like this. And then he called me 3 years later and said, please be with me, because he found some art bitch that had an art gallery, and he was also an artist. And you guys know I'm an artist, too. So, I thought, oh, okay, we'll get along really well. And I just ended up he was an okay lover. He was a lot older, though. And I said, no, you're too old after 4 years. I said, I loved you at one time, but when I really didn't. I just liked the sex. And it broke my heart, because I had to see him every day at work. After he said, I don't think we should fuck anymore. And I said, I totally think so, too. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. And that motherfucker gave me trichomoniasis. It's not an STD. It's an STI. It's an infection. Because I got tested every time I'd have a partner. The few times I've had a partner and I have sex, every time after, I get myself STD tested for everything under the sun. And he didn't give me nothing else because, I don't fuck with protection. I'm old school. Anyway, he gave me trich, which is an infection. It's a parasite. And it's so disgusting. And you know what? If any of you ladies ever get trichomoniasis, you need to know that a man can carry that and it doesn't affect them at all. And they have to carry it, or it only can live in a man for 10 days max. So that tells me right there that he fucked another girl. Vinny's live. He fucked, don't leave me though. He fucked another woman whenever he was having that damn good bomb-ass sex with me, dude. That told me he fucked another woman. That was so sickening to me. Oh my God. I went back to his fucking art studio and I banged on the fucking door whenever he moved on, because it took him like a week to move on with this stupid, ugly, well, she wasn't ugly, with this other woman named Kelly, who he claimed, you know how I found out he was dating somebody else? Well, I got rid of that infection, obviously, but that was disgusting. Because I'm real clean down there. I always shave. I always make sure that, I'm real clean down there, guys. I know how I naturally smell, and I barely smell at all down there. So I was getting out of the shower, and this is the if any of you ever get it, and you men need to listen too. If you ever fuck a bitch that has any of this or smells like this, don't go down on them or nothing. But I smelled a fish, dude, and I was having green discharge. Kind of light green. I know this is disgusting. This is educational too for any of you. And I have no shame. So, I had light green discharge, but it was so light green that it didn't really smell or anything. And then I'd get out of the shower and I'd wipe myself and, dry myself down. I smelled fish. And I thought, no, something's really, really wrong, because I never stink, ever. So that's when I went and got tested. I said, I need to get tested, and that's all I found out. I had that. And I found out too that I was being cheated on, because she said, the doctor told me this can live in a man for 10 days and that's it. And if you didn't have sex with anybody else, then he gave it to you, and he fucked another woman within the past 10 days. And I said, oh my God. And I found out, I didn't know who it was. I slid his tires, and I threw a brick through his fucking studio window. And, that's what I did. Now, I did pay for that. Because he took me to small claims court. And I did pay for it. Anyway, moving on, I found out that you know what this motherfucker did? I didn't even know he knew my birthday. He called me on my birthday when I was almost over him. The grieving process was almost over. And he said, do you want me to take you out for a drink on your birthday? Okay, Noodles. I'm about to block you, okay? Okay? I'm about to fucking call you, too, and give your number out if you don't quit your shit. I don't need you to, one disgusting face is enough, okay? Fuck off if you're gonna be that way. Anyway, Hey, what's up? I want to punch you. Oh my God, is she still here? Oh, I know. I love her. Guys, I Want to Punch You is a really cool girl too. She sings. She's got a lovely voice, beautiful girl. Check her page out too. Man, sorry I missed you guys. It's hard for me to, stay on topic and read all the comments, but I do try my best. And there's somebody behind me. I don't know if he's just in his truck sitting or what. But anyway, yeah, I'm moving on, guys. I'm not trying to disgust you. That happened years ago, back in like 2000. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, moving on. What was I talking about before I said that? Oh, Meltin, something regarding Meltin. Oh, yes, my psychiatrist. So, Meltin needs to be ignored. Don't go over there and mention me to him, and even watch how he reacts. After I've cried, poured my heart out, But the whole thing with him making me, what kind of weirdo fucking wants to see Anderson Henderson jerk off to me? He demanded that I do that to get back in his good graces. None of you should even be fucking sub to a dude like this. I mean, but there is that baby part of him that I keep seeing, that sweetness in him. And for some reason, and the same thing, when everybody else hated Anderson Henderson, I could see that sweetness in him, and I got close to him, and it really was like fucking Joker and Harley Quinn type of relationship. And that's why I'm so used to abuse, that, Milton John's abuse. I don't even care. I just like to hear him talk about me. And he really does. I told you guys earlier that Wog and that Fuck Nothing Dave the Fisherman, even the time I was on panel with Milton John, and I never get on panel, you guys know this. So I was on panel with Milton John and Wog, and then both said, Milton, man, you keep giving her a little bit of attention and love and making it seem like you like her, and then as soon as she reciprocates it, you backtrack and say, fuck you, get away, bitch. He's been like that, and that bothers me. If I just want him to leave me alone, don't fucking talk to me, dude. Don't talk about me at all. Because even when he talks about me and it's rude, it drives me up the wall, because it makes me go into obsessed mode. It makes me go into servant mode. Like, it makes me really want to submit to him. But at the same time, it's sad, that even the abuse, I love him. Like, I listened to that last stream he made about me, fucking as I slept, and how horrible he was talking about me. And I was just smiling just because he was talking about me. He does throw me around like a rag doll. He uses my love, and he fucking dangles himself in front of me like I'm a fish, and he's the lure. But when he goes to catch the fish, instead of catching it, he throws it back in the water. He doesn't just throw it back in the water. He takes it by the tail and slams it back into the lake to kill it. Is how I feel like he treats me. I am a literal slave to him. It's so sad. And I can't get Anderson back because of him. Anderson will never come back as long as he's in the picture. It just bothers me. What else am I supposed to do? I can't stop the way I feel. And I got to stick to this rule because my psych helps me. I mean, and you need to fucking get help, Melton. You're constantly telling me I need to get, motherfucker, I've been getting help. Pay a big money for it too. I'll fucking pay for you to get some too. You need some fucking help. You need to fucking listen to what I'm saying, and because it's true. Don't blow this off, John, because everything you've done to me, think about how you treat women. Think about this, how you would actually treat a partner if you were to ever get one, because in his heart, and he even admits it when he's drunk and inebriated, he wants a partner. He wants a partner. He wants to have a baby too. After I made that fucking video saying, John, you're talking shit about kids, saying they're carriers of COVID, and you're sick of living in a place where all you see is young couples and kids. He wants that, guys. He wants that. And I made a video talking about that. I said he wants a baby. He needs a child in his life. And he needs a woman like me who can afford it and afford him, not always being there. But he's never going to find a woman like me that's going to love him like that. He never, or put up with that shit. He'll never find that. And I'm a fucking dude sometimes. I really do have, like, gender identity issues myself. You know, sometimes I feel like a man. Oh my God, the fucking Exorcist. That's a little girl, so I want to roll my window up because I don't want her to hear some of the cussing. Oh, Lord Jesus, please don't let her fall. Okay, she's down there with her brother or something. Bless her heart. He's a little, look how tiny he is. Aw. Kids are great. See, I see kids. That's a beautiful little girl. Handsome young man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's their daddy pulling up behind me. Okay, I thought I was, maybe not though. I'm watching them. God, I don't want them to fall. That's a steep hill, guys. Look how steep that is. Oh, I think my shit froze. Give me a minute to log in and log out. Stay right here. Stay right here. Alright, I'm here. So yeah, the last comment I saw was Keith, or Foop, you know, the nasty faces, the yuck faces they were making. So, sorry about that. Streamlab after 30, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, will automatically log you out. And you guys can still hear me, but I lose my comments. It stops with the comments. It freezes them. But I'm not switching from Streamlabs. I like the fact that Streamlabs, if somebody retracts a comment, I can still see it. Anyway, so yeah, you know, Melton would never be able to find another person like that, and I'm just, you know, I felt so bad the times I've wished death on him. I've called him, I've told him, write him paragraphs. That mean video I made of him screaming at him that time, saying I was going to be on my way tonight, killing him, it's because I said, you ruined a 12-year relationship, and that was between me and Anderson. Even though Anderson abused me and it took me 10 years to give out any videos, which automatically got deleted, I didn't think anybody'd even see them. And they didn't. You know, they didn't. If Anderson wouldn't have said it in a video, oh, yeah, she did that, then nobody would even believe I did it. But yeah, Milton has the worst jerk-off video with the ugliest pictures, and I made sure that I had pictures of me in the video, right? Because I didn't want to totally, as a symbol of, to Anderson, to subliminally let him know that, hey, and you guys, somebody gonna need to tell him this, man. I don't know if he watches me or not. He probably does, but don't admit it. You know, I had the worst pictures. I don't know why he had those pictures up of me, the worst ones I ever sent him. But he did, and he was talking, and he was jerking off to me, and he was really, really stoned. And when he gets stoned, his hard-on is, well, hard. Because I have many, many jerk-off videos of him. But I didn't want to show one where his dick looks real big. Oh my God, you know what? When I was in North Carolina in 2017, my mother, you know how on an iPhone, when you lock it, if somebody sends you a picture, you can still see it. And you don't even have to log in or unlock the iPhone. My mother picked up my iPhone on the coffee table when I was in North Carolina in 2017, and she wanted to see the time. And she said she saw a picture of Anderson Henderson's cock instead. And so now she knows him as Big Dick, because he does have a huge cock. She said, oh my God, that's Big Dick. And I said, Mom, oh my God, don't ever touch my phone. And it's Anderson will remember that if you remind him of it. Because then I said, Mom, this could be my future husband. You want to talk to him? And she said, sure. And I let my father hear him on speakerphone too, and he was so funny. Both my parents loved him. My dad said, that's a crazy sumbitch. And you know, he has that, when he's sweet, he's real sweet, and he has that great sense of humor before he got on all those meds, and he was just, I loved him. But anyway, he really didn't like the fact that he hates Milton so much. I mean, he'll never come back as long as Milton John's in the picture. But you know what? This is it. This is ending, okay? Milton's not going to throw me around and tease me by being a fucking lure to a fish or bait to a fish and then throw me back in the water or slam me back in the water. I'm just sick of it. I'm going to do what my psychiatrist said. I'm going to unsub. I haven't watched any of those videos. I just saw the titles. to see if any of them mention me. Let me know if he mentions me. I don't think he will anymore because he hates my guts. He knows what I'm saying about him and being in a real relationship is true. And I just, it'll hurt me a lot not to watch him, because when I started dialysis, he was really into me. And I think a part of that trauma, the fact that he was there, I clung to him. I didn't at the time, but now as time went on, I don't know what triggered it in my brain, but I love him, And I can't say that I don't love Milton John, because if I say that, it means I never loved him to begin with. And I'm always the type of person to, if I say that, that's big, And, it's sad he can't even have a normal friendship with me, because I totally respect that he's not into me now. Once you reject a man, it's hellaciously hard, if not impossible, to get them to like you again in that way. Because he's got his guard up. He doesn't want to be hurt. He doesn't want to be brokenhearted. He's very sensitive. Melton is sensitive. And if you get to know him a little bit, the good sweet side of him, he's amazing, in a different way than Anderson is, but still in his own way, he's a sweet, innocent baby. You just want to hold him and kiss him and tell him, everything's going to be okay. I want to make your life better. I want to make you happy, and I know you're miserable here, so let's leave this place, just stuff like that. When you're in a relationship, you want to better the other person, and they better you, but he just doesn't want that. He'll never get it, guys. But this has got to be it. No more arguing with him, no more watching him, no more anything. I'm going to find other things to talk about, and I was finding other things to talk about. And then, because when I watch him, sometimes he just says things that, like the baby thing, that just pisses me off and triggers me. To see him scream at everybody for going, 5 miles an hour over the fucking speed limit, or say they're having fun. I don't want to. He just has that mentality of I want the world to burn, and that's disgusting. Milton's never going to be able to get out of here because he can't save any money. Not with the $400 he gets from the government now that they know he lives with his mother. He should have never told them that. He needs to go back to SSI and say, I am homeless, to get that checkup. Because he's not able to save no money. I know his parents are making him pay for something. And he also, I'm about done. I'm just done. I have to be. And I need you guys, every one of you listening, to please help me. Okay? Life with Linda. Oh, Abby, those pills make his life. Oh, Abby, those pills make his life, not you. Hey, Life with Linda Anderson is yeah, honey, I know all about that. Okay? I was the one that helped him get on them. And my parents were too, because he kept getting denied until my mother, who's been on him for 20 years, and I've been on him since I was 15, told him what to say to the doctor to get him. And he went and he did it, and he got prescribed it. But I didn't know that they were going to diagnose him with bipolar and put him on Zyprexa too. I don't think he's on Zyprexa anymore, but he smokes a lot of weed, he's always smoked marijuana, and it makes him mean. But, he mixes it with the pills, and it's sad, because I'm on Xanax right now, and I'm totally fine. I have been on them for so long, and I've been on the mother load of them, which is Xanax, but I have legit anxiety. Now, he does too. He does too, guys. He really does. The real him, he needs to be on a benzo. But he needs to pick his poison, okay? Like, you're not supposed to mix that shit with fucking pot. And this doctor, which I should call up, doesn't know that he's mixing it with pot. Like a shit ton of pot, guys. He smokes a ton. And he always has. And it makes him act like that. But now he's just so, look at his last fucking stream. He is so high in that stream But he's a lot better than he was a year ago. A year ago, I think he was taking more than just Klonopin. Klonopin is a weak benzo too, by the way, but I guess the marijuana may enhance it. I have smoked pot before with being on a benzo. I've rarely smoked it. I hate it. But I'm in next to Washington. It's hot city over there, and it's legal there. And I have friends that bring it over here or whatever. And, you know, sometimes you're hanging out, and I usually just tell them no, but then they started telling peer pressure, you know. So I took a couple tokes off a joint. You know, and that was, God, a year ago. But, you know, it's just, I hate it. And yes, it does enhance a benzo, quite just like liquor does. But he doesn't drink. Anderson's never drank. Now, Milton I do worry about, Linda, because he's not only smoking cigars. I can't imagine how he must smell with that olive oil in his hair and the cigar smoke. Oh my God. Well, I cannot stand cigarettes. It gives me total migraine. But cigars stink, I guess. I don't know how a cigar smells, but I know it's a lot stronger than a cigarette, and I know that it's making his lungs black and fucking him over time and gonna give him cancer probably if he don't quit, because he smokes all the time. But he's drinking every other day. I don't know if it's and he huffs vapor rub. He's admitted all this stuff, guys, on film. He tries to huff and sniff vapor rub, Vicks vapor rub. And when that don't work, you ever been to Carlos Martinez's channel? He'll fucking use a clip. You know how he uses clips of Elvis and others? He has clips of Milton John. He's been using that one most recently where he pulled down his pants and showed his rare ass to Bergs, which is disgusting. But he has another one of him huffing. And I mean, he was spraying the keyboard duster, guys, for a solid 5 seconds up his nose. So, my God, imagine what that's doing to his brain. And then he fucking drinks he almost drank a half a bottle of whiskey the other night. It's cheap whiskey that was strong, though. I think he said that shit was like, I don't know what proof it was. But he's got vodka and stuff, and it's like 80 proof. He drinks all the time. And I'm worried he's going to become an alcoholic. I watched my husband die before my eyes of liver failure. He was not an alcoholic now. He got it from getting into a wreck when he was young. And his best friend, Noel Arpa, who I actually got to meet, he owns an insurance company. The gear shift severed his liver and made him more susceptible over time, because as a young teenager, my husband was in college, and he had beers and stuff on the weekend. This was like back in fucking 50s, 60s. And, Noel Arpa fucking pulled him out of a car, a burning car that severed my husband's liver. And see, my husband was young. He was 18 when that happened. And he didn't know that his body was more susceptible to alcohol until he got, way older and was told, and he should have known that shit though, but, men are, they take a long time to grow up. And he got, I went over Paul's medical records. I'll read you guys this comment in just a minute. I went over his medical records, and I saw where he was getting hospitalized for things like liver infection when he was 19. Guys, that's just not something a man or a teenager almost practically gets. That should have told him something's wrong. I've never known anybody that young to get liver infection. So he got cirrhosis over time. Now, a year before my husband died, I took him to the transplant place, and they said your liver ain't bad enough to be on a transplant. So, something, I don't know, he got sepsis. That's what fucked his liver up. And, yeah, that kills people very much. And he, when you get cirrhosis, you get a lot of fluid in your gut. He would have to go routinely to get it out. And he did it at the hospital. And I think that's how he got sepsis. And that killed him. Not even a month later. So, I would hate to see Milton John get cirrhosis. Most people get cirrhosis from alcohol. And, I would hate to see. And this is a man that tells me almost every time he speaks of me. If I even, come in his room and announce who I am, which I always do, under a sock account, and I'm nice, and I say, hey, Milton, he'll say, get out of here, I hope you die. You need to die, I hate you. And he'll scream at me and get this evil look in his eye. you know. And I'm sitting here worried that he's going to get cirrhosis or something. See how much I care, you know? I mean, that shit stops today. I'll always love him. And if I will. But being in love with him, no, it's got to stop. I'm never talking to him again. And I'm never watching him again. And I'm tired of being thrown around like he teases me. He's a goddamn tease. And I definitely won't be thinking about him when I fucking climax. So I gotta stop. I'm gonna try my best to stop. And I need you guys as my audience to help me. If you see me mentioning him, remind me. Hey, Abby, what happened? You know, help me, please. I need your help. I'm seeking help. I'm seeking help from doctors. And I'm seeking... My friends don't know about this. The only one that does is Marcus. And Marcus hates the guy. Marcus doesn't want to hear anything about it. And even though me and Marcus aren't together, we don't have sex, and Marcus doesn't want to be together. He gets extremely angry when I talk about Meltin. He gets jealous. So he's no help. He's no help to me. So I can't tell my other friends this. Guys, I can't. God, they don't know what's going on or who Meltin is and all the things I've done and he's done and videos. You know, to them, they're just, they don't get online. You know, I need you guys' help. All of you, if you're willing to help me get over him. I don't want your money. I've never requested anything like that. But I told you guys, I've always told you, if I ever ask for help, I need it. I mean, most of you have told me to get over it. You know, you need mental help. I have been getting mental help. But I also need support from my peers. And that's you guys. Okay? Now let's see what you've been saying. Heather, hello, dear. My sweet fupa. I wish I didn't need any of that. All right, baby. Let me go up and read all you're saying, okay? And then we're going to drive around. I got to get me some breakfast. I haven't eaten over 24 hours because I've had a damn migraine. Okay. Heather says, well, I came in at an interesting time. What's up, Heather? She seems cool as fuck. Okay. I gotta go back up and read everything, guys. I'm really behind. No, Hazel's not cool, babe, if you knew her the way I do. Okay. Oh, yeah, Picker Rick wants to interview me. I forgot about that, Noodles. Thanks for reminding me. That's the last comment, guys, that I see here. Noodles1980. Abby, please go and pick a rig. So scroll up on your keyboards or whatever and look how far behind I am and give me a minute to please catch up. Take care, Gustav. Oh, I miss Gustav leaving. Oh, no. That sucks. He seemed really cool. Etsy, hey, you too, man. Enjoy your weekend. Well, I missed it. Sorry that I missed saying bye to him. People will troll you because of me, Abby. I don't care, Fupa. I don't give a fuck, honey. You wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that I've been through on this website 10 years. It makes the boy look like an angel. I don't give a fuck if they troll me, okay, because of you. You're my baby, and that's it. Nobody is ever going to take you from me or convince me of anything. Hazel is so sweet. She's sweet to everybody. She's fucking in love with you or some shit. But, oh, she loves Carlos Martinez. But then bitches at him every time he comes in my room, but claims to love me. Fuck off, ho. She just loves fucking attention. You wouldn't believe the things she's done to me, dude. If I told you guys about that, that's a whole nother story. I just want her away from me. I don't want to talk bad about her. She does like she does me. She tries to steal my friends. She's a snake. She is a snake. I would really be weary, guys. I would be extremely weary. But that's up to you. Just don't. I'll say I told you so. Anyway, moving on. I've never talked shit on you, Abby, ever. I know you haven't, Fupa. And I was just using that as an example, baby girl, that if you had, I wouldn't give two shits. Because I would come to you and resolve it. Because I love you. I like Vinny. I love Vinny. Vinny's awesome. Hazel is cool. Stop saying that. Noodles 1980. Milton told the jugs to go after me. He did that to me too. Oh, I gotta mention one more thing. Miss Jamie Nicole. So she and I've never watched her. I've watched her maybe once or twice, right? And it was Hazel telling me that she was talking about me. She was talking nothing but pure shit. I made a video in response saying, hey, ma'am, I don't know who you are. I know you're doing this for Melton because you said he's king of the juggalos. She later admitted that she only started saying that because I ran with it. And you guys, I was fucking promoting him to win that competition that Sig is doing right now. I was promoting that because he wants to be the crown king. I was promoting that, you know. I've been promoting that all over. People came in his room letting him know that Get Back Barbie troll, which is funny. He's funny as hell. He said, Abby said you have her vote. And he said he just kind of looked around, didn't say nothing. And he continued talking. See how rude he is? But I have been telling people, go look at Sig's fucking video, you'll see what I'm saying. I even asked the juggalos who hate me to vote for him because, hell, they're the ones that crowned him king before. So, I see how good I am to him. Man, he don't deserve me. I'm so glad I'm done. Anyway, Milton told me so Jamie Nicole. God dang, I keep forgetting about her. Okay, so I've never talked to her. Her and I, she hated me. You know, I didn't go after her, though. I had tons of juggalos going after me, and she was going on panel on G Mangoes, and she was talking pure shit, saying that I did this or did that. And Vinny got up there and said, did you or did you not send a bunch of people to attack her? And she actually said yes. After she lied, she was caught in a bold-faced lie by Vinny, and I wasn't even in that fucking stream. I didn't know about that. That is something Hazel did for me. She actually called Vinny and said, hey, will you take up for Abby? She's getting lied about by this woman named Jamie who she doesn't even know. And so I thank Hazel for that. That's one good thing she did do for me. But anyway, see, I'll admit it. You know, I'll admit people when they're good to me or when they're mean. You know, and I'll admit when I'm mean and good. So, you know, I went to her page, I think a month after that shit died down, and I said, hello, I've never watched you, this is the first time I've seen you. And she said, hey, Abby. She was nice to me, right? And Music Boots Marty told Milton John when I made a video of my face, he said, man, you told us she was like 300 pounds and disgusting looking. She's not. Like, well, you kind of let us on. And because he had mentioned me trying to backstab me in a fucking stream on that I did watch of her. And she came to me recently. She said, why? Because I asked her, I said, hey, you know, you said he was king of the juggalos. Are you going to vote for him? Will you please vote for him? And she said, fuck no. And I said, why? Wow. I said, I thought you guys were real good friends. And she said, no. He is rude to me. He's a piece of shit. And he betrayed my trust. And now he's talking crap about me. He started to talk. I said, really? Damn. And I think he did. I don't recall. I'll have to go back and watch. No, I can't go back and watch him anymore. But yeah, Milton John was talking shit about Jamie. But I don't know why. Probably over some trivial shit. And Jamie sent me a comment today saying, I mean, she wanted to talk to me one-on-one. And that shocked me because I don't know her. All I did was ask her to vote for Milton. And I guess Milton hated that. I can't remember. Can any of you remember why? Or watch that stream why? I think he said Jamie was talking to somebody he don't like, and so he disowned her or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. But she's a sweet woman, and I don't like juggalos, okay, guys? I don't. They're trash. They're white trash. And the stuff they like is weird. And the stuff they do is weird. You know, the stupid parties, painting your face, drinking that nasty old, what is it called, Fago or whatever, cola. And ICB is trash, you know, so just all that shit is garbage. And the fact, you know, they don't like you technically if you're not a juggalo. You're only supposed to be friends with other juggalos. That's almost racist. I mean, that's very prejudiced. I mean, you know, come on. So I don't like the juggalos, but I respect Jamie. So I have a newfound respect for Jamie. I never hated her to begin with. I knew she was only sending people to attack me because Milton told her to. End of. Because she didn't watch me. She didn't watch any of my stuff. She only ever watched him. After she initially hated a motherfucker on the Hannah Stout stream, that I told you about where she wanted to interview him, he got up there and called a man named Dragon Nut, Nigger. Okay? That's what he did. And it disgusted Hannah. Hannah was like, please stop. Melton was making everything worse. Then Jamie got up there and he started calling her a mulatto and all kinds of other names. Telling her he'd knock the hell out of her because he technically can because he's a trans man. This woman's small too. What the fuck? So, I mean, she went after him. And anyway, that was her first encounter with him. And somehow she started saying he was king of the juggalos attacking me. Anyway, so she came to me and she said, she wanted to call me. And I said, I'll text you and stuff. I haven't done it yet. But she really doesn't like him. And this just happened within the past 2 or 3 days, I think. Or 5, not more than 5, where he had a great friend that was taken up for him. And look, he fucked her over. For some trivial reason, I know. So that's partially why, again, that I'm streaming, is that she inspired me to do it, because I woke up this morning, that's the first thing I saw was her comment to me. And my psychiatrist I saw the other day. I have to tell him, what I have to tell you guys, because I need your help to make sure I stick with this. And I'm letting him know all the reasons and how he's hurt me, and I'll never watch him again. Okay? Alright, so let me continue. You don't really know who Carlos is. You know who Carlos is. Oh, God, guys. I know all these people, but I don't know them. Okay, Fupa. I don't... Yeah, Abby, you need a real man with chest hair, muscles, and a buzz cut. No, I don't like buzz cuts at all. It makes you look like a retard going in the military or something. It's just ugly on a man. Thank you for that, Abby. Hey, I want to punch you. Oh, yeah. I'm glad she saw that I said, hey, you sound way better today. Thank you. I do feel better. I want to punch you. You still married? See how Noodles is a whore? And he tries to act like, oh, I'm a good man. He'll hit on anything that'll have him. That's not a good quality. But, yeah, I want to punch you as a pretty woman. Hi, Keith. Okay, it was rocky but good right now. I love blondes. I noticed that about you, Noodles. You were going crazy when I have that. There's a stream I have up where I show my face and then I show my face again, but at the end when I'm in dialysis center, and it looks like the thumbnail for it looks like I'm in a waiting room. So if you want to, I don't remember what part where I showed my face, but I remember at the end, and I showed my whole face just the other day, but at the end I had to have a mask on because I was at dialysis, and you could see my eyes and stuff because I turned it around again to show you guys my face, and Noodles went crazy. He was like, oh God, please forgive me. He is crazy. I just want everyone to be happy, that's all. Yes, she's a pretty blonde. Turkey burgers are pretty good. Oh yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I said, yeah, Noodles is I'm a blonde and green eyes. How you doing? Green eyes are rare. Oh hell, you better eat soon. Fupa fabulous. No, Fupa's mine. Fuck off. Don't. That's my woman. That's if the man in me is wanting to fucking punch you, dude. Fupa's my girlfriend. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I had your stream rewound. How did you do that? I wonder how she did that. I've never been able to rewind a stream while it's live. Fupa fabulous. I live 12 miles from NYC. Abby, remember the Abby rap I found the other day? I don't remember that, babe. I'm from Rockford. Oh, wow. Oh, Fupa's from Rockford. 90 miles from Chicago. Shit. That's a short flight. I'd love to meet Fupa. Yeah, cold turkey, noodles, spring bacon for my dogs. They will be nice that way. You can see my face. Hold on. I gotta get this turned around. How do I do that? How do I turn it around? I don't want that camera on. Why won't it go back, guys? There it is. God damn it. I gotta get these comments read, guys, because I'm running out of data. Abby, you need a real head. Okay, thank you for that. Okay. Where did I leave off? I left off on my precious Fupa. Okay, there she goes, Rockford. I haven't brushed my teeth yet this morning, but they weren't too yellow, were they? Yeah, cold turkey, noodles bring bacon for my dogs. It'll be noodles wear a mask and be. No, Fippa, you're my woman. Stop it. Fippa, fabulous, LOL, Fippa, fabulous is extremely far away. I'm not one of those guys, very needy. Noodles has no money. I think he's lying. He's just, ugh. God, he's funny. He's just funny and he's a friend. Fupa don't play. She's down to get down. Yeah, she Fupa got a boyfriend. Fupa's got a boyfriend. She needs a woman. I'm her girlfriend. I used to live in Peoria, about 2 hours from Chicago. Oh, cool, Keith. Okay, cool. I wonder where Keith lives now. BDSM is cool. Yes, it is. Used to them. I wanna, yes, no time to beat around the bush. Fupa's just like me. She's so witty and she has no shame. She'll fucking talk to you, dude, about anything. Wait, what? No, that's when I was talking about the trick shit. Well, I came in at entry time. Heather came in at entry. Yeah, that's funny. Next time, make sure the brick hits him in the head. Oh, God, no, that'd have killed him. I went to jail for killing the old man. Oh, my God, it's just so gross. I know noodles. And I got rid of it. It ain't my fault, honey. He was a whore. You never know. That's why I'm real wary of who I sleep with. Hey, Heather Blue, lock those doors, Abby. Why? Hey, Keith, says Heather. And hello, Abby. My first time you chat. Oh, nice. Sweet. Welcome, Miss Heather. What the fuck? Freak Ivana is a real cool girl. Yeah, she is. She's cool. Hello, Heather. That was a real wimpy jerk-off video. Oh, I know, right? Right, it was. Hey, Fuba, I've seen you around, funny girl. Heather, I thought your name looked familiar. Did John ever call her last night? Call who? Abby, stop that business. Pull them big girl pennies up and own your power. And remember that they are slaves, not you. That's true. That's true. John probably kisses with his teeth. You probably don't know how to kiss at all. I'm a great kisser, actually. And I'm great at phone sex, too. I'm pretty good in bed. Hi, Abby in chat. Hello, Diamond/Rant. Welcome back, Diamond, if you're still here. That was decent of you, Abby. Hey, Diamond, he says, Keith. Hello, noodles. I can imagine he would chew your lips off. He's got, yeah, I don't know. I would like that, personally. Like, fucking, I don't know. When you love someone, you just want, you want every part of their being inside of you and on you and everything. It's slobber and everything. I know it sounds crazy. But yeah. Okay. Shouldn't have said that probably. Willing to bet he treats the other set of lips the same way, like a piece of bubble gum. Oh, Fuba gross. I don't like being eaten out though. Take one for the team, Fuba. Go in and find out. Oh, excuse me while I go poke my mind's eye out. Oh, I love Fupa. You got Heather and Fupa. Y'all are funny. He drinks poppy seed potion. Was he drinking poppy seed? Did it do anything to him? He can't stop moving around. And yeah, well, that's probably from the aerosol he fucking sniffs. Fupa, you got 2 pits and a Rottweiler. Yeah, Fupa's got pit bulls. Man, and they are vicious looking, but she treats them things, those are her babies. Those are her babies. I'm scared to death. I'd have to be carried by her around the dogs. I can't stand them. They scare me to death. I saw Milton's video when he was naked rubbing down with oil. Was not impressed. Oh my God. Did he really show a bit of his pecker on there? Because Hannah Stout said he did. I don't know why he'd do something like that. He admits all the time. He admitted the other day, oh, I got freaking oil in my hair. I told him all he has to do, because he's got curly hair. When you wash your hair, you use conditioner, a lot of it. But since you got oily hair, make sure it doesn't touch your roots and your scalp. Start from the halfway down and really condition that shit up. And when you get out of the tub, do not comb or brush your hair, because that is what makes his hair so frizzy. But no, what does he do? He puts olive oil. And you guys, I've bathed in olive oil one time because I used to have an adoptive mother or foster mother who was like, got into this real health phase. And she everything had to be organic. It was gross shit she was making. And she wouldn't even let us use regular shampoo and conditioner. We had to use like organic shit. And we couldn't use lotion. She wanted us to use fucking olive oil. It was disgusting. I bathed in that shit one time because she told me to, and I couldn't get it off my body for 2 whole days. And I guarantee you, if he were to use a white towel after he washes his hair, he'd have to wash it 10 times and not use that fucking olive oil afterwards. And even if he did something like that and he dried his hair off on a white towel, it would show nothing but the gunk that he's been putting in his head, that olive oil. It would still, probably after 10 washes, be like that. And just pure gunk, yellow gunk will come out of his head. Ugh, God. And moving on. Hello, Life with Linda. Oh, she said, I thought so, yeah, I got to Siberian Huskies and a Great Dane. Wow. Wait, who's got a huge cock? Anderson Henderson. Hi, Linda, those breeds are up my alley, too. Well, I showed a video of him where he didn't have a big cock, but he's got a great big old dick. Those breeds are up my alley, too. Hey, Life with Linda here. Hey there, Noodles. Hey, Keith. Hey, Linda. Are you talking about Anderson? Yep. Hello, Heather. Them Huskies are amazing. Bull Mastiff is on my list. Yeah, that's me. That is me, Noodle. They're big talkers. Anderson is so on Bendos. I took them, and you never want to take them. They're awful. It's changed me totally. Me too. I don't think they're awful, because when you have such bad anxiety as I have, no other pills have worked. I've tried tons of them, and as long as you don't abuse them and you use them as recommended, it's okay. They're a lifesaver to some people. That one came with the house, sort of. Oh, Abby, those pills make his life. Yeah, but no, I'm talking Linda way before. He just got on those not even 2 years ago, honey. I've known him for 12. So, yeah, those pills do make his life, not me. Oh, I know. He would have never let me go had he not be so doped up like that. Heather, you must be busy brushing them pups all day and cleaning up the hair. Oh my God, I would cuddle up with them fluffy huskies. Yes, Life with Linda. He is always chasing that first high. Yep, he is. It's so sad. I can't believe I wasted my best years on him, loving him, when I could have been. I just don't want to talk about it. Yeah, Life with Linda. He will go through hell to get off them. Yeah, he will. He will. I went through hell for years until I taught myself how to really, really, I still suffer, but the withdrawal, if I run out early, the withdrawal isn't life-threatening anymore. I can make it through. There's times when you gotta move forward. It's like things happen and then we change, but somehow we go back to being the same until things happen. Yeah, this is what I've been getting, mental help and stuff. This is what I'm doing with Melton. Leaving him behind. Gotta leave him, gotta not watch him. I thought I was fine taking Xanax. I was not. Xanax is hell to get off of. Yes, it is. I tried Xanax, did not like them. Yeah, Fupa, I offered Fupa some. I playfully said, let me give you that. And she's like, no, I don't like them. She didn't like them. But most people without anxiety don't like them and don't see what the big deal is over them. But when you have anxiety, that is the only pill that will help that. Because it's panic. I panic. Xanax is a devil medicine. Anderson is on the devil's level. Good one. Xanax made me feel drunk and all. It is. And I didn't make me. I don't know. It is like alcohol and a pill, but when you, it's easy to get a tolerance to it. I don't like weed either. Yeah, me either. It changes your personality, and a hole in the body is beyond awful. And Xanax, you do not. No, you're not. Well, honey, I've been on that for so long, and I just disagree. But I respect your opinion. I do, and your views. Can you imagine that? What his truck smells like? Oh yeah, I mentioned that before I even read that. Klonopin, yes, it's called pain in the benzo withdrawal community. Yeah, Klonopin's real weak though. I wonder if they're as hard to come off as like the stronger ones like I'm on. The only thing I take is Norco. Oh yeah, I like some pain pills every once in a while too. I like hydrocodone, but I don't take it. I would if I had it, but it wouldn't be much, not very often. Fupa, sorry about that. Phone died. Oh my God, it's constant battle with their hair. Life with Linda, please contact the benzo community and ask them to help Anderson. 16 years is a long time. Don't they switch it up a bit, Fupa? They would. but he still won't help like I really did, like I did and so on. Well, he did want help because he was extremely bipolar. After many years, he did want help, but I didn't know they were going to put him on a benzo. I thought he would benefit from it because he has severe panic and social anxiety too. There's something I've already admitted to you guys a long time ago, but I don't want to betray him by admitting it again. But he severely has some issues with anxiety, worse than I do. Liver infection is really serious. You can die easy. I know. I didn't know. No, I didn't know that. I just thought it was odd my husband had it when I was 19. It's too young. He has life with Linda, but maybe they can contact him in one of his live streams. Yeah, go to his page. Tell him to watch his stream. I do not know how to do an intervention. Abby, that is the devil talking through him. I finally got my doctor to switch oxytomorphine. Really? I would hate, I hate morphine over oxycodone, not Oxycontin. Don't let anybody ever tell you they're the same. They are not. He hollers and is mean. Yeah, he is, but he does have a sweet part. And Linda, he's hollered and been mean like that to everybody since I've known him as a teenager, way before he was on anything, and he only smoked pot at the time. The pot has always made him mean and horny too. I hope that works better for you. That stuff gives me a gnarly headache. What does Heather? Oh, she may be talking about the morphine. Okay. Fupa, why do you need morphine sulfate? I hate morphine sulfate. Ugh. It doesn't work. I wish I didn't need any of it, though. I tried, but the pain level's too high. Yeah, poor Fupa's always in pain. Bless her heart. It's something you can't let control your life or even take over you. You have to be able to find your inner peace. Very true, Keith. Sorry, at Fupa Fabula. Pain can be debilitating if you need it. That's what it's there for, Linda. I have had 3 back surgeries, all with 3 pedals. Oh my God. No, don't remove that. Anderson lost control a long time ago. Yeah, he did. Wow, I'm so sorry for the spine fusion. Sorry to hear about that. Just know that you have a light shining inside you no matter what. Aw, Keith is so sweet. Sorry to hear about that. He said it 3 times. Keith, I do well with it. I still manage a life and work at the animal shelter. I rarely ever talk about it. I've seen a few of my friends who have chronic pain issues deal with it a lot lately, trying to get their meds because of all the laws implemented, right? You can't get any of them now, the way the state's cracking down to the doctors. Oh gosh, I couldn't do that. I would bring them all home. Heather, yes, a lot of people have had their pain meds taken away. Oh yeah, my mother was one of those. God, my poor old mama. They've had her on Xanax and hydrocodone for over 25 years, and they recently took her off her hydrocodone, which she doesn't. She's doing quite well actually, because they say she can't have the Xanax and the hydrocodone together, even though she's done it for 20-something years. And that's an example of the state cracking down. Nobody can even get hydrocodone or Xanax anymore unless you have a history of taking it. If you're young, they definitely won't prescribe it if you're young. What's up, Abby? Nice to finally talk to you. Thank you, Miss Heather. It's been a pleasure having you in my stream. Heather, what led you here to Abby? Yeah, I'm curious too. He said he wants to interview you. Cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to pick a rec. Fupa, trust me, meds are going to be lowered on most all patients. Try best. Yeah, I used to take 6 a day, and then it took me down to 3. Try your best to take less. The DEA is cracking down on Canada. True. I've seen her in Carlos's chats and a few others here and there. Just wanted to come in. Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say she probably found her from Carlos. It's a blessing that you're doing well. You have a good job and living your life. Yeah, Fupa's amazing. Linda, unfortunately, I am a lifer on them. I'm a lifer on them. What that mean? With a DEA, that will not matter. Oh, yeah, that's true. See, the stuff I was saying, like people with histories can barely keep their shit, and new people, especially youngs, can't at all. They won't do it. They'll just say, no, you need an SSRI. That's the only thing that'll work for anxiety when that shit don't work at all. Have you ever heard of crapping? Crapping sucks, and it's so hard to get real crapping. You never know if you're getting the real thing or not. I don't think I got the real thing. they were selling it at a gas station here because this man owns it. I know who owns it. He's an Indian man. He got it from India and brought it back. And I tried to sell it in the store until the law came in and took it all. But there was some in the back, and Marcus brought me some. He said, "Hey, this might help you with your anxiety." And I took it was in a capsule, and I took it. And it made me fall asleep, but it wasn't good at all. And I don't know if it was real. The Red Valley strand might benefit you. I don't know. Yes, Heather Cratton is a good replacement. I just have had 3 years plus dash. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure it's legal here in Cali. It's not legal anywhere. Unless it's changed within the past 2 years. Unless I got my information from a bad source. It's going to want it. Cratton tastes like hell but works wonders. What's up, Abby? Nice to finally talk. Okay, Heather, I read all this stuff already. What am I doing? Okay, it's a blessing that you're doing well on them. Have a good one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just behind. I'm sorry. Linda, unfortunately. Okay, it doesn't matter. Still, Linda, have you ever heard of Cratton? Why is it doing it over and over? I do the same stock up like when I haven't tried it. Heather, here and there, it was illegal until we threw a fit. Heather, here it was illegal until we threw a fit. It's legal again, but I am buying it in high amounts and stashing it. Okay. The white vein Cratton works like Xanax, red works like a pain pill, and the green is like a mix. That's interesting. I wonder how hard it is to grow. I have to check that out. Cratton is only. Oh, really? I got the greenhouse. I wonder if I could get one trim. I don't know what that is. The real name. Okay, merci beaucoup. It's tropical, so if your greenhouse can replicate these conditions, you can. Oh God, I'm behind. If you are familiar with this video, I gotta go faster. Hello, yeah. What's all this? Bring bacon and my babies will love you. I've been on YouTube just over a year. My groups are on Facebook, not really active on SM. Bring bacon and my babies. Why is it fucking replicating comments that I argued? Facebook is safer than here. Anderson is packing left my thought. But YouTube is more entertaining. Good Lord, Fupa, we're the only two yapping. That's okay. I don't mind that, guys. You can talk to yourselves because it's hard for me to read what you're saying as I'm talking about a topic. So that's the only reason. So I don't mind. Well, thank you, Heather. I like you too. I mostly hang out in a channel called Munchin' and Chatting. Oh, okay. I'll have to visit Munchin' and Chatting more. I was wondering what she had been up to the other day. Be there with bells on. He's gotta have a partner who can kiss for sure. Well, I don't know. My last didn't know how to kiss, but I taught him, and now he kisses well. I guess I haven't kissed him in a long time. Marcus, Heather is in Annie's stream. My channel name is Demoted Top Mod. Heather in Annie's stream. My channel name is Demoted Top Mod. Why would she go in their different name? Copy. It's just Fupa and I. Just Fupa and I for the last 45 minutes, Abby. Yeah, but there's a lot of people in here watching. There was up to 20 the wall and 14 a while ago. So they're here, babe. They just don't talk. It's a joke, Heather. And they're not blocked. It's a joke, Heather. One of Annie's haters called me a top mod that one day, and I missed a few streams, so she demoted me. So to be a smart ass, I made my name that. I fucking love you, I love crap. You have to order it online. You have to take 10 capsules. Fuck. Crap is illegal. Crap is legal except for 5 states. Crap really is a fast food withdrawal. My neighbor, well, you must be getting the real deal then. My neighbor brought some over after he borrowed something. I didn't try it. Took a rain check. Heather is so good Heather, it tastes so good. I gag every time. It's not an actual opiate, but triggers the receptors. That's how it works. Yes, a buddy of mine gets them in pill form. Joke out. All right, I'm caught up. Am I caught up? Somebody please talk. Or am I fucking logged out again on accident? Hello, guys. Speak and let me know I'm not logged out and missing a bunch more. The last comment I read from Heather, it says a buddy of mine gets them in pill form gel capsules, I think. God damn it, I've been logged out, haven't I, guys? I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Oh, God, I got more to read. Fuck, it locked me out. How far behind am I? Not bad. Okay. No, nobody's talking now. What's going on? There's 13 of you in here. Where are you at? Somebody talk. Please talk. Please don't tell me my phone's fucking up. I'm going to log out again. Guys, please comment so I know you're here. Alright, I'm not dealing with it. You guys just aren't talking. This ain't, yeah. Guys, can y'all talk? Quit making Miss Fupa and Heather be the only ones talking. Fuck it. Let them lurk. Let them lurk. They're looking to see a shit show of me going off about Melton. I've already done that because I put his name in the title. That's what they're here. Or maybe, and they just like to watch. Some people have already admitted. Maybe there's 4 people that have admitted to me they like me. They just watch to lurk. So we're going down here. If I use, well, I love and adore you, Fupa. And if you like it, then I like it. I am going now. I know on CDA Lake Drive, guys, I lose service because I'm going up toward the mountains. So I took you down here. Look at that little duck. That's a croc. Look at that. No, it's not. I was going to say, there's no crocs in this lake. Oh, man, that scared me. No, Heather, you don't have to feel obligated to do anything. You have been a pleasure. Thank you for, I'm glad you found my channel. And you and Fupa seem to be kicking it well, which is lovely. But I want to let you know that if I lose service, I will turn around and drive back until I get service again. And then we will continue talking. But I got to go. It won't be much longer. Because I got to be at dialysis at 11:20 my time in a different city. Because I had to reschedule from yesterday. And I had a migraine. I couldn't go. And they had no slots open. They had no slots open at my regular center, so I had to beg them to call over to Post Falls, and they did, and Post Falls had an opening. And I haven't even ate breakfast yet, and nothing is open other than fucking fast food joints, so I'm going to go to Wendy's. Wendy's has really good breakfast. Look at this lake. Look at how there's no guardrail, guys. Do you know how many deaths? There have been so many deaths reported of people driving drunk and just going right off into that lake. And I mean, look how sharp this is. This sumbitch gets sharp. See that flower right there? See those flowers? Didn't I tell you? People drive drunk and they fly off into the river. They need to put a guardrail up here. Because we get tons of tourists, and they don't know that this is like this. I've had rocks fall on my car before, too. They need to put a net up. You know, in North Carolina, when you're going up the mountain in Asheville, there's a lot of this, but there's nets to catch these rocks. They need to do something about this. See how sharp this shit is? No guardrail whatsoever. And this up here is an extremely sharp turn, too. But people like to go fishing out here. I cannot wait until it gets a little warmer. I'm going to buy me a canoe. I'm going to actually get out here in a canoe. And I got to buy some clothing too. Like water shoes and shit. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And all you got to do is park. And there's got to be a place up here to where you can walk off onto the deck instead of having to get in the fucking, woods. And put your boat out there. I don't think I ever have a canoe. I thought I did, but I don't. So I don't know if there's anything special I should know about them or not. Or if I can even, do you think I could even carry one? I'm 5'3". I mean, are they that, I don't think they're that freaking large, are they? But maybe I can get out here with a friend. I think one of my friend's canoes. People fish out here. I mean, I'm a single female. I have no reason to fish. I'd like to fish. If I had a boyfriend that liked to fish or something, or maybe maybe even some of these Yankees would love to, but they don't know how, I could teach him, So, yeah, I'm just looking there's a place right over there. But damn, that's a nasty part of the water. The water gets real shallow right here. Look how nasty it is. See that shit growing on it? See that? what is that, moss? Lily pads? Are that lily pads? See, somebody's out there in a canoe. I want to be in a canoe. Oh, that's going to be fun. And I'm just going to go down to that would be fun. I don't know if I want to get off out here, way out, and get off out here. I don't know if I want to, like, because I'd have to canoe, like, because I want to canoe way up there. I'd actually, you know where I'm going to canoe if it's legal? If it's legal or not, I don't, but I'd like to canoe in CDA Lake, not Fernan. CDA Lake has a lot, well, it's more pretty. It's you know, there's a lot of people out here, but you got to think, oh, this is where I turn around. I don't want to go up too far. See another cross? See that cross? Up there's a cross, and right there's a cross. I'm telling you, people, and the city this is a very, very rich town. And they won't put a fucking guardrail up when people keep losing their lives. I mean, what do people do in the summer or when they fish? They drink. They take a case of beer, a couple cases of beer. They get wasted. And they end up driving and flying off the fucking river. And it's disgusting. And they got a guardrail here. They need to put a guardrail up. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking canoe. Guys, do you know if it's illegal to just canoe in any lake, or do you have to ask, or who do you ask? I want to canoe, and I don't know how expensive they are. Are they expensive? Yeah, I definitely want to canoe. Or maybe borrow one. My head's starting to hurt again, God. From sitting in this car, my back's hurting me. Plus, I wanted to it's starting to rain. Plus, I wanted to sleep a little more, but I got invested in you guys because I love y'all so much. Especially, and my fupa girl, my baby girl came in. And Heather, a new viewer, she's fucking killer as hell. I like you a lot, Miss Heather. It's been an absolute pleasure, and fupa likes you too. It's been a pleasure having you in my chat. But yeah, like I say to the 12 of you watching, some of y'all like to lurk, and a lot of people aren't used to me coming on this early. I'm a night streamer. Damn, there's another cross. Dang. It's very pretty. Plus, if I don't get the Wendy's, they're gonna stop serving breakfast soon. Doesn't Taco Bell do breakfast? I wonder what they have. See, I'm never up this early. Yeah, I think Taco Bell has some good stuff, but I think some of their shit's like mixtures pre-made, because I asked for no meat. I don't like bacon, and I don't like sausage really. I mean, it's alright. I can eat it if I have to, but I don't prefer it. I'm gonna go look at what Taco Bell has. No, because I don't want their shit. I like Wendy's because, oh my God, they got their potatoes, which is like way better than their fries. Even they need to serve those potatoes all year round. Oh man, is KFC in Post Falls open? Can somebody look that up for me? Google that for me real quick. KFC's in Post Falls, Idaho. Hours? No, you'd have to call them because they may be, you know. I want some KFC potatoes. I'm probably gonna go because I'm gonna call KFC and see if they're open. But yeah, look at that. That's a cute little, whatever that is. But yeah, I think I want KFC. Fuck breakfast. What do I got? Where's my money? Oh, it's in my pocket. But that's up in Post Falls too. So, should I wait? I don't know. I'm hungry now, and you're not supposed to eat. If you have food in your stomach whenever you do dialysis and it's freshly being digested, it fucks up your dialysis. I don't know how to explain it, but it fucks up your blood pressure. And because all of your blood rushes to your stomach whenever you have to digest things, a lot of your blood rushes to it. So you know, when you have a machine taking blood out of your body to clean it and then putting it back in you, and your blood is trying to focus on, you know, both things, it just makes you sick. So, yeah, we need to eat as early as possible, even if it means taking 2 trips into another city. So that's where I'm going to go right now. But I got to call them. So what do you guys want? Do you want me to end the stream and you keep talking and you want to go with me? Well, I don't think I'm going to even ask that, because you guys have been talking, and you know, it's weird to have so many people in here lurking and not speaking. Anyway, so what I'm going to do when I get to the end of the lake is I'm going to stop the stream and try to go get me something to eat. And then I'll go back home. I'll get ready and shower. Or did I already shower? And I showered last night. No, I didn't. So I got to shower and you know, just go to the house. So take some more Tylenol because my head's hurting. I can't find the lens to my glasses. It popped out and I cannot find it to save my life. And I've had those glasses 10 years. I haven't changed my prescription for 10 years. That may be a part of my migraine issue. But I may end up having to pay $400 or $500 next. Where can I go to get some cheap glasses? I need an exam too. I need an exam. Isn't there like a place you can go and get glasses that's cheap or has a special, like 2 pairs for like $69 or something? Or is that special? What, Lens Crafter maybe? I don't know. Marcus got a nice pair that his mama paid for last time she came. She comes up every year around her birthday, which is like a day after mine. It's June 3rd, to visit us. And she was a bitch to me last time, so I probably won't go with her to her condo. But if I do, it ain't going to be to see her. It's going to be to enjoy the condo because it's beautiful. But, you know, fuck her. Alright, we're going to stop up here at this, I was going to stop at my freaking them apartments I used to live in, but it's too late. I'll stop right here. Stop right here. Alright. I love you guys. I gotta go. Miss Fupa, I love you. It's been a pleasure, Miss Heather. And I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Over and out.